This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Falling asleep over here like it's 2014 watching NHL highlights on Sportsnet as we continue to get closer to puck drop here between the Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars this evening. A huge game for all involved. Well, the Dallas Stars trying to get their 6th win of the season. The Oilers trying to find a way to pick up, win number 3 of the season. So we'll see what ends up happening here for the Oilers this evening. But obviously our first game back since the Heritage Classic. So we'll see what the Oilers feature in another home game, of course, as they look forward to trying to take on the Dallas Stars and produce another big result for us, because right now the Oilers need a lot of results really quick, really bunched together, and do their thing as much as possible here towards the end of November. So welcome aboard, friends. Glad to have you along for the ride right here. And for those of you, actually, Owen, Peter, welcome in. Steve, no Condors love behind me. Well, let me just quickly move over here. You guys don't know this one too well, but right down there, you would see it right there. That's where I've got the Condors jersey for right now. You'll see these jerseys shuffle around in about a month or so, I'm going to be honest with you. There was plans to shuffle them around here as soon as I got back from the Heritage Classic. However, what happened is I took a calculated risk to try and get the jersey plated with a little something for myself, more or less. And unfortunately, that did not work out. I guess the Ice District's Authentic store does not have the plating available for the Heritage Classic jerseys. Of course, right, kind of calculated risk on their part too. So unfortunately, that won't be happening, but I can tell you we will be shuffling the jerseys here as soon as I get my Heritage Classic jersey back, albeit a blank. So as we get going here, friends, obviously tonight is a huge night. Stuart Skinner is in net. I don't think I've seen any lines, but I can tell you one thing I am betting on, and I'm not trying to be an Oilers homer or trying to hope for something that's not there, whatever the case you want to yell out is. I'm really betting on Connor Brown tonight. And I don't mean like money down betting. I mean my fantasy team needs some points. My fantasy team needs a productive night. And Warren Fogle and Connor Brown need to find a way to do that for my fantasy team on the wing side. So I picked up Connor Brown today. He's a winger, right winger that has a game available. So that was kind of the intention there, is go out there and get him into a game, kind of pick up an extra game right now, considering I have Brett Leeson as a winger. So I'm trying to go out there and maybe jumble things up a little bit here and see what happens here. All right, as we go along, friends, SK, let's go Oilers. Yes, let's go Oilers. I believe we are in our navy blues tonight as well. And Steve, you drove Gagner up to LAX for his call-up. Much anticipation for the young man. Well, let me tell you, Sam Gagner is very excited to be back as an Oiler, and it was really nice to see Ryan McLeod carrying his bags in for him as well. But Steve, that's a pretty cool moment for you, and I'm telling you, it's going to be a very cool moment for, obviously, the Edmonton Oilers to have Sam Gagner back in the lineup for the first time since 2020 and for the 3rd time overall. This guy just doesn't say die in an Oilers uniform, and he's back for a 3rd tour of duty, which is fantastic. Also, friends, if you see my mouth's a little funny, or I'm talking a little funny today, I had some pretty major dental work done, I guess you could say, this afternoon. My mouth's still feeling a little funny. I didn't feel good enough to eat, so I might have to take an extended period break at some point in the first or second intermission to go out there and obviously eat upstairs and get things going, because I'm a little hungry to be honest with you, but we'll get that sorted, and we'll definitely make our way as the game goes along. Nothing to worry about there. And they're showing all of Ovechkin's career 100 goals here. And it's really amazing how fast together he banged together at 500 and 600. The guy was a machine. And we're still waiting for him to break that record. Gretzky's obviously, I don't know, a lot of people bailing on if he can actually do it this year. Not this year, but next year. But I assume we'll see Ovechkin probably heat up. Kind of what Yager did in his late stages of his career. You know, Yager go on a hot streak for a couple of weeks where nobody could stop him, and then you wouldn't hear about him, and he's either getting traded or put on waivers or some kind of crazy stuff. That was bad. But yeah, friends, Alex Ovechkin's 700th NHL goal, and this one here for his 800th. Well, that was just December 13th, 2022. So he's got a little bit of a ways to go yet. I believe, what would he be shy about? 80 some odd goals at this point, if I'm not mistaken. So he's got a long ways to do, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, this is a guy that probably would chase the record up until the bitter end, because again, Wayne Gretzky, to be honest with you, friends, did not play a ton of games at the end of his career. He missed quite significant time the last 5-6 years. So we'll see what happens here for him. But yeah, hopefully for the NHL, there's some kind of uproar about it, let's say. I don't care if he breaks it, but just to see if he can get some kind of uproar towards that record, and obviously do a little something there. Kenny, good evening to you as well. Glad to see you aboard. I think I could also use a nap, to be honest with you. Sitting here sipping back the water, trying to get myself hydrated. That dental work, man. Yeah, I did not realize how much it's taken out of me, but oof, my mouth is hurting here, that's for sure. Yeah, as we go, friends, though, we are 6:53 here, so we are about 7 minutes away from the opening of the game on Sportsnet. The Cats are done killing themselves and each other, so we should be ready for some action here tonight. What I will tell you is, do I have anything up? I don't know if I do. Give me a second here if I can find it. Where are we at? I don't think we do. No, we are good to go. So we are actually going to leave that be for right now. But I will try and find a way to get you some kind of behind the scenes of the Heritage Classic. Although I guess you guys saw the behind the scenes of the Heritage Classic in the 3 or 4 videos Patrick and I did from Commonwealth Stadium, so there's not too much really missed overall. It was a big event, but of course as well, it's more so, I think, made for TV event, the outdoor games, than necessarily being at an outdoor game, because you're a mile up and you are freezing out there. Let me tell you, it was cold, and it was kind of weird. Sun went down, it got warmer, and then all of a sudden she froze down in that third period. And it's a good thing they had the hot chocolate pumping hot and furious out there at Commonwealth the other night, because I would have froze if it wasn't for the hot chocolate, that's for sure. As we go, friends, hey now, welcome in. Other fan, welcome in. And of course, Joe, welcome in as well, as we are getting things set up here for tonight's game. I really don't know what to expect. That's the thing. I mean, the Oilers go out there and show that they had a good game against Calgary, but that's kind of similar party to what they did against Nashville, right? They had a good game against Nashville and then totally dropped the ball for the next few in a row. So hopefully tonight we don't do that and we can go out there and win a couple of games here. That'd be nice. SM, hello from New Zealand. Well, you combine your channel with Pat and Toff for game day. I think your dynamic would work great. That would be a much later down the road thing. I think we'd all have to be doing this full time to be able to make that happen, given how the schedules and stuff work. Because let me tell you, if I don't have 8 hours to do it in a day, I do not have much time at all to do it. You kind of see how it all works out at the end of the day early on when I get that video up in the early evening hours, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting here saying, oh, I'll get something up later, and then it's 8:30. You know what I'm doing at 8:30? I'm sitting on the couch watching TV and ready to go to bed. So yeah, no, this whole bigger picture thing, that's got to come down the road, unfortunately. But I will tell you, don't count it out yet. And Stoney, welcome in as well. Glad to see you for the first time in a little bit, as we're going to get set for this Edmonton Oilers and Dallas Stars situation tonight. I'm thinking the Oilers might show a little bit better than they did last year in November against the Stars. I remember going up to Red Deer for a weekend, and it was not a very good time to be an Oilers fan that weekend. That was the Finland game there last year, and obviously you'd like to see a little bit better product from the Oilers in this game this year against the Dallas Stars versus that game last year against the Dallas Stars. Let me see if I could go out in there and find that. That's what I was actually looking for, and I didn't know how to find it on the old trusty control board here. Let me see if I can find it. Dallas Stars game review. See what we can find here. Nope, that doesn't work. Stars. See what I can find here. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing that I have. Well, that is actually kind of weird. I figured I would have actually done that, but I guess I didn't. So I think it was something about Jack Campbell and talking about how bad Jack Campbell had been. So that's my apologies. I thought I had handled that situation a little bit better with the tags and titles, but I guess I didn't. So it is what it is at the end of the day, and we'll just move on as is live production and get back into watching this last 4 highlights on Sportsnet. Yeah, friends, it is going to be a painstaking night tonight. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make it through the full game because my jaw is hurting. It was one of those, I asked them if what they were going to do, and they're like, just a little bit of work, and then all of a sudden they were describing it after, and I'm like, excuse me, you did what? And yeah, it was it's definitely one of those sits in the chair where you're like, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make this through without screaming, and thankfully I did. But wow, it was an adventure, and I made sure to tell them that and laugh about it after the fact. But yeah, hopefully tonight it's not an adventure for the Edmonton Oilers. Maybe an adventure in the goal scoring department, but that's about it. I do not want to see the Oilers give up a ton of goals tonight. Obviously, it's kind of your tail of the tape between Edmonton and Dallas tonight. Dallas is averaging 3.0 goals per game. We're averaging 2.75. That's anemic for the Edmonton Oilers offense. You know what I mean? Like, that is terrible comparatively to how it normally is. 2.75, and you'd like to maybe see that creep up closer to 3.7, 3.8, and the goals against creep down close to 3.05. That would be manageable for the Edmonton Oilers. The goals against per game as well, 2.43 for the Dallas Stars. Now what you also have to see, this is where the special teams are really going to come to play. Something's got to turn around here for one of these 4 categories. The Oilers are operating at 24.1% so far. They're a 30-plus team this year, so maybe tonight's the night that turns around. Dallas is operating at 9.5. Maybe tonight's the night that turns around. Secondarily to that, you look at this. Dallas's penalty kill is at 95.5%. You think that's got to slip at some point, and against the Oilers, that would make good sense. And 72.7 for the Oilers, so maybe tonight against a weaker Dallas power play, maybe one that you can kill off and do your job the best to your abilities tonight. Friends, welcome aboard. As I'm seeing, we're picking up steam here, and hopefully we get somewhere this evening as we get going. Yeah, so SMC, when it comes to joining the streams and stuff, that's not quite as clean. I know we've done it over the past year here a couple of times. It's not quite as clean as I wish it was. I know there's ways to make it cleaner, but I don't quite have that way to do that as per se. And obviously something to work on throughout the season. Obviously we didn't have those features at the start of last season either, but something I just want to kind of take my time with this year and obviously try and make time for. Right now, this month of November is going to be a hectic first half, I can tell you that much. Now until November 18th, 19th, I'm going to be a little preoccupied at times. I might have to miss some games this year. Some stuff at work is obviously cropped up for year end and we have to take care of it. So see what ends up happening here, but I should be able to get some streams up this month, and I think we should be able to have a little bit bigger of a month than perhaps we had in October due to the losing. And if the Oilers want to decide to win, that's where we're going to see some victories, right? Because I kind of gave the line the other day. Somebody, well, it was Patrick, asking me, man, how are you pulling those kind of views on those videos about how terrible the Oilers are? And I'm like, losing's never been more profitable. Well, hopefully winning's never been more profitable as well. Friends, We have flipped live, ready to go for the Heritage Classic recap from, of course, Gene Principe, who's wearing Brett Kulak's coveralls here from the Heritage Classic game. I'm not sure why he's in Brett Kulak's. Obviously, maybe because Brett Kulak scored the first goal of the game. It was a huge goal for Brett Kulak, and he had a fantastic game against the Calgary Flames. +2 rating, 12 minutes, 48 seconds time on ice. And hopefully tonight he gets a little bit more ice time and a little bit more leeway to go out there and make a difference for the Edmonton Oilers. The nice part too was 5 different goal scorers from the Flames or against the Flames last game as well. Zach Hyman with a big goal, and I think realistically it was really nice to see Vinny Desharnais score his first NHL goal. Yeah, hopefully it works out here for the Edmonton Oilers tonight, and you get a whole bunch of goal scorers as well. And Sam Gagner back in the Edmonton Oilers lineup tonight, as many of you have mentioned already. And yeah, hopefully it works out for the Oilers. And Simon, biggest threat on the Dallas Stars team tonight? I'll tell you this. It's going to be Wyatt Johnston, and I'll tell you why. I had a chance to pick him up in fantasy today, and guess what I didn't do? Pick him up in fantasy. So hopefully tonight it works out for us and we can make it happen. And then see what happens here for this game against the Dallas Stars, because Warren Fogle and Connor Brown was my other choice. I could have moved off Trevor Zegras, but I figured Trevor Zegras is going to at some point turn around his season. He'll have a couple more than 2 points, and hopefully that is starting this weekend. Justin Bormier, welcome in. And of course, yeah, you know what? It is where we are. We are live on the broadcast right now. Jack and Louie discussing things here. And you figured I'd have my poppy. I actually have it upstairs. I'll have to get that going here in the intermission. I promise you that. But we're going to rewind back to the Heritage Classic one more time on the broadcast. And now it just kicked me out. What? It just kicked me out. Okay, sure. Not sure what's happening here. Hold on. All right, there we go. Good to go. And what are we doing here? Hold on. Not sure what just happened, my friends. Give me a second. There we go. We should be good to go. I've been having trouble with Sportsnet tonight, so not surprised that it kicked me out, of course. All right, we are set for the national anthems, though, and we should be ready to rock and roll here in a little bit. Get down, buddy. And yes, let's get this going. It's Vinny's first of his NHL career. That's the big part. That's what we needed to obviously cover off. Sorry, I didn't make that clear. Yeah, it was Vinny Desharnais' first career goal in the Heritage Classic. His first of the season as well, so that was nice to see. But hopefully tonight for Vinny Desharnais, he can kind of wrap up another big goal for us and get this going. David, welcome in. And Ace, welcome in. So we are going to head to one last commercial break, and then we should be good to go here, friends. And just to give you a calculated idea of the watch time so far through the pregame portion of the broadcast, as we usually do. 3.6 divided by 60. How about that? 5.7 hours watch. That'll do just fine for us. The cat's getting a little restless, looking for some food potentially. I don't know. He's having a good time over there. But we should be almost ready to rock and roll this evening, friends. And then obviously this Edmonton Oilers squad hopefully ready to rock and roll for us and bring home a victory for us in big fashion, right? The Oilers need a big win tonight, get back closer to 500, and let's see what happens. I guess is going to be the question, because Dallas is a good team. They're 5-1-1 this year, and hopefully for us we get the job done. That's all it really comes down to at the end of the day for me. Purple, welcome in, and yeah, we are almost ready here. The $1 Million Safeway, or Save on Foods, I still say Safeway, is Sam Hillier from St. Albert, Alberta. So if somebody can score a bunch of goals tonight, Sam Hillier is going to be a big time winner. SMC, what line is Vinny on? I believe he will be on the third D pairing again tonight, or he'll be in that seventh role. Not 100% sure how that will all work. They just had the Molson Cup presentation, which they don't show anymore on Sportsnet. They used to, I believe, but I guess they don't really bother to show that part of the broadcast anymore. And we have just got the land acknowledgement right now, and then we will go out and get to the national anthems and then do our thing here in a matter of moments. So we're almost ready for hockey here in this first period of play, and it looks like we actually will have the Molson Cup presentation. Okay, I didn't know, I haven't caught one of these in a long while, but I guess we are actually doing this. So now Robert Clark come on, and I think actually we indeed missed the presentation. Never mind. Rob Clark will come out and sing the anthem, and we are done with that. Pre-game festivities are over. We got 2 anthems tonight, and then we will be ready to rock and roll for a big hockey game against the Dallas Stars. That's really the only way I can bill it. It's a huge hockey game, and the Oilers really have to show up and produce tonight. Of course, the Tyler Seguin jerseys in full effect in Oil Country. There's a bunch of Tyler Seguin fans from across Oil Country at the time he was potentially coming here, right? So it is what it is, and you're seeing all kinds of random Dallas Stars jerseys. I'm sure, as you saw at the Saddle Dome last night, and keep in mind too, I ended up wearing a Dallas Stars jersey one game to a Stars Flames game. It's a good time. Only time you'll really catch me wearing another team's colors is when I'm facing the Calgary Flames. No matter who I'm facing, or no matter who's facing the Calgary Flames, they're the team to win that night. You know how that works. Rob Clark going through the anthem here. We are just about ready for hockey in a matter of moments, friends. And we are ready for O Canada next as we get the anthem underway here. Hey, yeah, I'm a little excited for this one. I was toying with the idea of just sitting down and watching it. Then I was toying with the idea of streaming the first period and then canceling out. I don't know what I'm going to do here, but we're going to watch and wait and see. Because this is going to be interesting to see if the Oilers can show up and have a good game. Some old folks in attendance tonight. That gentleman, he is a old dude. I will put it that way. If you just saw that guy on your television set, he's seen some years. As we've got Rob Clark winding down O Canada here. Stuart Skinner in net for the Edmonton Oilers. As I mentioned earlier, Connor Brown due for a big game because he's now on my fantasy team. The last guy I added from the Oilers was Warren Foegele, who put up a goal and an assist against the Nashville Predators when I added him to my squad. He's remained ever since. So I'd assume we see it happen here for the Oilers tonight, that maybe Connor Brown being added to the team produces some results. We know he needs to. And we are ready to rock here, friends. O Canada has come to an end, and we are ready for hockey down at Rogers Place in Ice District, the heart of downtown Edmonton. And we are just about ready to drop the puck now. Jack Michaels on our television sets. Of course, we are wheeling off the Molson Cup right now, and then we are going to get going here as Stuart Skinner in net. His season has not been too solid so far. 1-2-1, 351 goals against average, and an 863 save percentage. We obviously need improvement in those directions. Scott Wedgwood, though, not much better. 1-1-1 and 3.54 goals against average, 889 save percentage. So we're hoping to see a little bit out of the Stars goaltender in terms of goals given up, and a little bit out of the Oilers goaltender in terms of saves made tonight. Connor McDavid ready to rock and roll in the face-off dot, obviously back after missing 2 games last week against the Minnesota Wild and the New York Rangers. And the face-off here for Leon Draisaitl is he's got Joe Pavelski at center ice. Pavelski, the man, the myth, the legend when it comes to tipping pucks. Face-off one for the Oilers, tipped on into the Dallas Stars zone. Out to play it is Wedgwood, who will play it along the boards near side. Cut off there by Connor McDavid, who tries to make a move, taken down to the ice, and this one will be chipped out by the Stars to center, where they are busting wide on the right wing, pushing it around to the near side boards. Evan Bouchard giving chase. He'll bump into contact there from the Dallas Stars player, and this one ties up along the near side wall. comes free. Nice poke there by one and only Evan Bouchard to get it up and ahead to Warren Foegele, and then over to McDavid, and then over to Draisaitl as Draisaitl drives around behind the net. Back to the point it goes to Ceci. Ceci will slap it up off the boards and down low to Connor McDavid, who spins off the back of the net, plays it right in front to Foegele, who jumbled it up. Stars stick kind of intercepted, but it almost worked out for the Edmonton Oilers there. And then the Stars will give chase and get down deep into the Oilers' end. Darnell Nurse, Cody Ceci holds sway as they've got things in behind Stuart Skinner. Looking for that breakout play. Nurse just reverses around to the near side over to Cody Ceci. He'll walk up the ice, near side blue line, play it out to Nugent Hopkins, who directs across the Stars' end. And this one, Hyman over to the far side. Shot from Kane! Comes and misses far side, and then you've got Ceci coming back down low on the keep into Kane. Over to Hyman far side. Shot again. Misses wide on the far side of the net, and this one comes up over top. And my goodness, the Oilers' second line again, as they were in that game against Calgary, buzzing out there as Hyman and Kane and, well, of course, Nugent Hopkins creating havoc in the Stars' zone. A couple of good chances there, and the Oilers yet to cough up a chance here to the Stars as they turn over this puck at their own blue line. Near side pass, this one comes back to the blue line. The shot blocked by Stuart Skinner by the pads, and it kicks out to the far side. Now the Stars still in possession, fire it right in front, hit Connor McDavid in the midsection, and he will turn over that puck, not really sure where to play it. And Vinny Desharnais and Brett Kulak giving chase. Nice seal along the wall as it allows Connor McDavid to pick it up. Hyman will play it on to McDavid, far side boards in front of the Stars bench. McDavid taps it down low to Derek Ryan, who gives chase against the Stars defense. Two Oilers get discombobulated. That's Brown and Ryan, but it might tie up in the referee's skates here and work out to advantage. Doesn't, however, as McLeod's going to give chase, and it comes up one pass and down to Ben, dumping it over to Stuart Skinner, who loses his stick right in front of the net. The pass from Ben, and the Oilers, I mean, just about coughed up one of the ugliest goals I have ever seen, but thankfully it goes all the way back down. We're shotless so far through the first 2.5 minutes of this period. Let me tell you, that's a good sign, as the Oilers really need to make sure they hold the Dallas Stars away from the shooting place, as this one comes now for Ryan McLeod. Dylan Holloway's got the puck for a brief moment, and now maybe a little bit of distress there. And here's a nice flip by Gagner over to Dylan Holloway. Holloway on the breakaway, shovels it right into the crest of a crouched over Scott Wedgwood, and we will have a stoppage in play right there. But a good pass there from Sam Gagner, getting his first touches as a third-time Edmonton Oiler, and he just about had it there up to Dylan Holloway on time. Here's some nifty play from in behind by Connor McDavid, but how about this? Right there, just the massive couple of passing plays here from the Oilers early on in this one, and Dylan Holloway with a perfect breakaway opportunity, just could not shovel it backhand shelf, and he's looking at that on the replay as this one comes back into possession off the face-off in the Stars zone for the Stars, who will chip it up off the glass, and Dallas is coming back the other way. Matthias Ekholm chips it to the blue line and out, and then the Oilers pounce on it after a turnover to the Stars. Nice, and over the line is Connor McDavid. He overhandles the puck, comes on back into the middle of the ice. McDavid tries to pick it up again. He gets stick worked, and now he will, well, see Warren Foegele go chasing after it. The Stars instead fire it into the Oilers bench, and that's where we're sitting right now. We've already got a stoppage in play again. We've had quite a few of those to start this hockey game. The shots one apiece so far. But as we go, yes, tonight we need to see a big performance from, of course, Mr. Stuart Skinner, and hopefully that's what happens here. Is here come the Stars across the line. They're going to get down low. Darnell Nurse just able to enough to bat it into the corner to kind of put away the danger for a brief moment. The Oilers, as mentioned after the game in the Heritage Classic, they're a little bit more aggressive on the puck in their own zone here the past game, and it's proven to be much of the same here tonight as well against Dallas. So we'll see if that pays off for the Edmonton Oilers as this one comes back into possession for the Stars. Dallas will cross the Oilers' blue line. Backhand opportunity here to play it down. Instead, it's a forehand rake in behind Stuart Skinner and comes to the near side as the pass looks to make something happen here. Jamie Benn looking to do something and can't do it. And instead, Evander Kane will bat it out into the Stars' half of the ice, who immediately regroup it, I might say, and get it down back into the Oilers' end. Both teams engaged in a 1-1 shot contest here as we're almost done 5 minutes of this hockey game, and really nothing has been achieved so far. It's kind of weird to say, as you normally expect for the Oilers, high-scoring offense early, and then, of course, for the Stars, crushing offense midway through the period. So nothing so far in this one. Yes. Yes, I was a little hairier at the time. I will tell you, Toff, that fur hat I was wearing really irritated the chin right here, and it was zip off with the razor there and get ready for Movember. I don't know if you can see it too well on the camera. Everything kind of looks the same in this lighting, but the mustache is a little bit longer than the side lengths, I will tell you. That's kind of where we're seeing it. Side lengths will be shaved down multiple times in November, and the mustache will be remaining, and we'll see just how terrible that thing looks by the end of this. 15 minutes to go here in this first period of play. If I had something to report, I'd tell you, because the Edmonton Oilers are just doing a good job defending against the Stars, pushing them to the outside, making sure they don't get much, and instead, as I say that, they ice the puck down the length of the ice with 14:49 to go here in this first period of play. Not too much happening so far, and it'll be interesting to see if much happens here in this first period of play. I think the Oilers will be pretty content with a stalemate through one period of play. That would not be a bad thing at all for the Edmonton Oilers, and hopefully for the Oilers they can kind of capitalize on what might be a little bit of a weakness there from the Stars in terms of the power play in case they get into penalty trouble. Keep in mind that as the Oilers get into the defense here, as they will swarm the attackers, and all of a sudden back the other way, they are speeding down the ice. Dylan Holloway's got his Jets on tonight. He's into the far side corner, right in behind the net, couldn't do it, and then a big hit coming in along the wall, and this one never really ended up materializing into much for Sam Gagner, and the Dallas Stars are offside. So, wow, okay, that is interesting. We continue to see this team really not do much of anything here so far. It's kind of been weird to see so far what's happening. Yeah, honestly, I'm a little baffled at this start. Both teams playing a good game, not exactly fully tight checking, but obviously a lot more clamped down than I think we've seen the Oilers so far. Sam Gagner is out there throwing hits, and I was going to pick him up in fantasy, and I mean I should have for the amount of hits he's already thrown, 2 of them here, and I think he's going to get engaged with hit number 3 right now. Sam Gagner out there on a mission in one whole shift right here with 3 hits so far, and he's going to come back and throw hit number, that one's a little weaker. We don't need to count that one, but definitely doing something right there. And that one will be offside again at the Dallas Stars line. I was just watching Sam Gagner run around out there. Interesting to see him doing his thing. 13:53 to go in this first period. And what's happened? Not a whole heck of a lot. Stuart Skinner's made a couple of saves, and that's about it. As, hopefully we get some action here, because this could be a long, boring game if the Oilers and Stars just want to go end to end and solve nothing all night. That's it's a good sign. Let me tell you, it's a good sign. But I'm just considering what we've watched so far this season, it's just a little baffling, right? Is all I'm saying. Is the Oilers didn't look good against Calgary, but Calgary also looked very, very bad. So that's kind of 2 in the same. But we'll see what happens here for the Edmonton Oilers in this hockey game, as I'm expecting a big victory, and maybe they're just clamping it down early and going to explode for the offense later, or maybe just win by a goal. Who knows? Stuart Skinner shutout tonight. Ooh, did I say that? Probably did. That's okay. I probably won't even be awake to see it at the end of the night, to be honest with you, because, again, like I said, I got to eat, and I am in a lot of pain. The dentist promised everything would feel okay by tonight. Not feeling so great, but again, we'll find out how everything escalates during the course of the night. And just to say, friends, that shift there from Sam Gagner was nice to see, run around, throwing a couple of hits, and obviously doing his thing that he does, which is just give you steady Eddie minutes. And you look at this here from Gagner so far, 2 hits, minute 06 shift. Every single Edmonton Oiler has played at least a minute this game, so that's promising. We're rolling all 4 lines so far. I mean, Zach Hyman's played a minute 58, Leon Draisaitl's played 2:07, Cody Cece's played 2:52, and Darnell Nurse has played 2:22. But at the end of the day, there's really no one that's suffering in terms of ice time so far. Sam Gagner's got the least at 106, but even that's, you're only 7 minutes in here. So, yeah, let's see what happens right now. This one comes back ahead for Warren Foegele, who will get Connor McDavid in flight. Connor McDavid's across the blue line, and I don't know what's going on with the camera guy here tonight. He doesn't seem to have the entire ice in the picture for some reason at Rogers Place. Might have the B crew on it, but it's fine. The B crew will do just fine for me tonight, I promise you that. We've got 3 shots through over 7 or 6.5 minutes, and the oldest players to score first career goal with the Edmonton Oilers, Ilya Baikin, has the record at 30 plus years. Okay, let's see what happens there, as this one's going to be chipped in to the Oilers zone. Bouchard sees it come down, and now here's McDavid along the boards, tied up, had his stick geared one last time there by the Stars. Now this is going to be picked up by Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm over to Bouchard, now back to Ekholm. Ekholm will look ahead and play it off the, I don't know what Draisaitl was trying to do, one time it into the near far side corner, I guess. I'm not 100% sure there. As Draisaitl will play this one back up to McDavid. McDavid will give off to Nurse. Nurse over to Draisaitl, who queued up the power play one-timer and miscued it almost immediately as well. Just misfired bad into the behind the net. The Oilers retrieve though. Warren Foegele, a perfect addition to this top line. A guy who works hard and retrieves pucks, and seems to be having some synergy with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. As this one comes off the boards, McDavid now has it. He'll work through traffic, can't dance there. This one is Draisaitl getting cut off there by the Stars, who were all hemmed in their own zone for over a minute on that shift. A buck something as this one comes back to the near side. Ceci will play this one ahead, down low over to Scott Wedgwood. Wedgwood will play this one along the end. Nugent Hopkins bats it off the goaltender. Almost put it home, but could not buy a bounce there. And if that's the definition of how tonight's going to go, tonight could be a long night, as Nugent Hopkins and Hyman working along the near side boards trying to get this puck ahead. Can't seem to do it. And coming back the other way, the Stars score immediately. That's, you know it 100%. You know what's going to happen there when the Oilers miss a good chance like that. The old, who was that guy? Drew Remenda, a good chance at one end leads to a goal at the other. And that's exactly what happens there for the Edmonton Oilers on that shift. There's a good chance here for Nugent Hopkins on a weird bounce by Wedgwood, kind of giving this puck away off the boots of Hyman. And then the Oilers get a second whack at it and couldn't put it home. And the lack of finish there costs you a goal back the other way, as the Stars win the battle, get down the ice, pick it up across the line, and then Duchesne fires it home. And I mean, Stuart Skinner looked defeated on that one. Dude, it was one-on-one with Duchesne, and Skinner didn't have the pads down the full way for some reason, and he just slid it right under him. As now here's Vinny Desharnais. He'll chip it back up over top of the net. This one will be back in behind as Ryan McLeod gets physically engaged. Nice to see. Sam Gagner fires it off the boards, and this might be an opportunity here for the Oilers to set something up in the offensive zone and get this back. Bottom six goal incoming. That'd be nice. This one in front, tied up is Holloway, who again tonight has been buzzing through the first 9 minutes of the game. Dylan Holloway doing his thing as per always. This one now in behind the net. Vinny Desharnais will play this one ahead. Brett Kulak will get up over top of the blue line for the Dallas Stars. And now work into their end as he goes back to the point. The shot from Bouchard bounces in front. Rebound. Jamming away in the crease. And I think that was either Gagner or Connor Brown that couldn't solve the netminder Scott Wedgwood. And right like that, you give up a weak goal in your own end. And now, yeah, you know what? You can't buy a bounce at the other end. That's some Edmonton Oilers hockey if I've ever seen it. Evander Kane can't buy the bounce off the Dallas Stars defender. A turnover right there. Shot save made by Stuart Skinner. He will cover that puck. But my goodness, what a sequence here. The Oilers get like 3 cracks at the net and just cannot seem to solve it. As Kulak gets across the blue line, dumps off. Back to the blue line. Bouchard bites one up on Wedgwood, who didn't know where the puck was. And then that was just buried there with Sam Gagner on a good attempt to take that puck to the net. Or sorry, that was Connor Brown looking for a goal. And all he had to do is just tuck it home and just could not seem to by that one. As now here's Leon Draisaitl in the face-off dot. 36 saves in season debut, a 5-4 win over top of Pittsburgh October 21st. As I've got Jake Ottinger in fantasy as well, by the way. This one's going to be lifted ahead by the Edmonton Oilers, batted back into the end, and here are the Oilers across the Dallas Stars blue line. Nope, they choose to play it back, and here's Bouchard, who will fire up off the stick of Warren Foegele, who gives chase against the Dallas Stars defense. Got the Cats looking for some food here, as Bouchard will pinch down here and, of course, lose the puck, and it comes all the way back into the middle of the ice, where Dadonov will carry across for the Stars. It goes to the far side. Stars weakly turn that puck over in the Oilers' end. 10:06 to go here in this first period to play. 4-4 the shots back the other way, and this one will be tipped in by Evander Kane, who throws a big hit on Miro Heiskanen, who absorbed it well. Coming back the other way though, the Stars in transition across the line. Here's Hintz over top of the net. Good looking shot from right dead in the slot, and the Oilers will quickly bat that out of the zone, and Derek Ryan will tip this one back in. Again, big thing here is the bottom six has got to produce a goal tonight, or you've got headlines that are in big trouble for this Edmonton Oilers squad. This one lifted in by the Dallas Stars. 9:30 to go in this first period. As can you tell I'm running out of water? Shot fired towards the net. The Stars on the second bounce get it back and fire another one on net. Stuart Skinner now up to 6 saves on the game, and the Oilers trying to come free with this puck. Here's Hyman with Nugent Hopkins in flight. Hyman's going to shoot. Missed the net wide. That was the problem earlier in the game. And then Darnell Nurse flips one wide as well. But here's Holloway right on it. And Holloway will flip over to Nurse. The shot fired down low. Can't seem to do it. And this is going to be backhanded ahead by the Stars. That'll be cut off by Holloway, who continues to buzz here for the Oilers. Is chipped down low to the Dallas Stars defender. Backhand up off the boards and right into the middle of the ice. This one picked up now by Ryan McLeod, who will chip and lead into the Dallas Stars end. He is going to go crashing and banging along the end boards. That's a big hit there from, I believe, Holloway, who's still on the ice. Here's Sam Gagner over to Ryan McLeod. McLeod loses the handle, still gets it on net. The puck is frozen, and we will have a stoppage in play. So the Oilers give up the first goal of the game, but you know what? At the end of the day, you're down 1 with 8:31 to go in the first period. Plenty of time in what has been a mostly tight checking game so far from both the Oilers and Stars. And the Oilers so far can't buy a bounce. They should have a goal on 2 bouncing pucks so far. And at this point, Stuart Skinner has given up the first goal of the game. So again, this Oilers team down a goal can either choose to fold or else choose to show up and get the job done. And I'm assuming tonight, after that big victory against Calgary, we're going to show up and get the job done tonight. So hopefully it all works out, and yeah, everything comes together for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. So let me see here what we got going here. As I'm going to look at the live updates here, and we got Evan Bouchard playing 338. Philip Broberg's only played $126, and he's kind of getting to be the guy left behind in terms of ice time. Sam Gagner at $150, so the ice time well distributed so far tonight. And the hits so far as well, not looking too bad in favor of the Edmonton Oilers. Where's the hits category? 5-2 over top of the Dallas Stars, albeit Sam Gagner's got a couple of those right now. Gills, good evening to you. Welcome in. Hopefully Connor Brown can convert on those chances a little bit better than that. The old fantasy team needs a little bit more help than what Connor Brown gave right there. And I guess they were looking for a little bit more production. How about that? Speaking of production, Austin Matthews got points on the 2 goals for the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. And then you've got Boone Jenner with a goal. Warren Foegele with 0 so far. Max Domi with a couple of stat categories. And yes, Connor Brown with a shot on goal, which helps out the fantasy team. And then Mikey Anderson showing up and getting a little bit of defense done as well. Third period, though, not much from him, actually. And Freddie Anderson, 2 goals, 26 shots, 24 saves. Not bad at all. All right. Zach Hyman on the bench now for the Oilers. It'll be Ryan McLeod, Dylan Holloway, and Sam Gagner once again. The Oilers looking to light up a little bit of third line offense. Can't seem to do it. Back down into the Oilers' end. That will be an icing call. No, actually they waved off icing there. Sam Gagner will play it off, and here we go back the other way. The Oilers in flight. This one will chip down into the Dallas Stars' end. Takes a funny hop, and the Oilers are offside at the blue line. That's what is going on there. Dylan Holloway, though, getting quite substantial playing time here early in this hockey game. It feels like he's going to go off the ice after that shift. But Dylan Holloway with 3 minutes and 3 seconds time on ice so far. So you could be looking at a 15-minute night if all goes according to plan here. Sam Gagner, drafted 6th overall by the Oilers in 2007. A guy who embodies the spirit of what Raphael Lavoie is saying this week. Saying simply, it's not about making it to the NHL as fast as possible. It's about staying in the NHL as long as possible. And that's exactly what Sam Gagner has done. A good lesson learned by Raphael Lavoie from a pros pro in Sam Gagner. This one picked up by Ryan Suter. Talk about a pros pro. And this is going to be a penalty against the Edmonton Oilers or a stoppage in play. Not really sure which, as we are going to have a quick stop in play and get back to action in a matter of moments. Friends, yeah, this is definitely not the most pleasurable stream I've had. Obviously, the old dental work there tonight didn't do me any favors, that's for sure. 7:50 offside at the Oilers' blue line, or the puck went out of play. Not really 100% sure what happened there. I kind of missed that whole sequence. Jamie Benn wins the face-off for the Dallas Stars. This one's going to be chipped up in a head into the Oilers' end. Nice little play there from Stuart Skinner, who gets back into the near side boards. Giving chase is Darnell Nurse. He'll bat it up off the boards, and then a pinball ends up happening in the Oilers' zone. The Oilers are able to thankfully retrieve it before turning it over again. And the Oilers still trying to find this puck. The top line not really doing a good job defending at all here. And they're just trying to do their thing here now as this one comes back down low to Scott Wedgwood. This one to the near side boards for the Dallas Stars, who still can't seem to escape their zone as of yet. This one's going to be backhanded back by the Stars, played ahead by the Oilers, tipped down and in, and here comes Connor Brown on the chip and charge. Or sorry, that's Zach Hyman. I should have known given how he was playing that one. And this one's now going to go back up the middle of the ice. Matthias Ekholm with the turnover. Zach Hyman's going to get going. And friends, I need a goal to get me into this game, let me tell you. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins looking to win this puck battle behind the net. He does. The shot ripped on net by Hyman. Couldn't hit the net, unfortunately. And this one will come back up off the boards, and Hintz will chip out. Looks like Nuge might have ate a little bit of a high stick. Not really much for a call there, though. As Hyman will circle the net. Hyman looks back to Bouchard, loads up the cannon. Side of the net, pass play to Kane, couldn't do the job. Hyman gets the turnover again over to Matthias Ekholm, and then he shakes off the defender. And, Ekholm just about whistled it home. Couldn't do it. This Oilers' second line is cooking in the Dallas Stars zone, let me tell you. Back in behind the net, here's Kane's shot fired off the side of the net. He'll carry from behind and look back to the point here as he will rip this one back in behind. And I think the Oilers pretty much saying it's time for a shift change here. So they tried to dump it to a soft area. Sam Gagner might be able to come up with this puck. He does. It's going to be an icing call, as that is a forced play right there from the Oilers' third line, jumping over on a shift change in the Stars' end. And basically they just jumped right on that puck, got down low, and got to work again. So that was a good work by Sam Gagner. Would like to see him come up with that puck, but unfortunately for the Oilers, couldn't really do much of anything there in terms of keeping the puck in, and then it was fired down for that icing. Here's a face-off win, though. Connor Brown on the ice right now with Connor McDavid, and I'm not sure who is that. Warren Fogle on the far side. No, that's Leon Draisaitl on the far side. So we're going to get Connor Brown as the rotation man on the top line right now. Draisaitl and McDavid on the ice as well. As this one comes back down to Draisaitl. Draisaitl looking to play this puck, can't seem to do it. Hyman is going to play this one, or sorry, Brown. I'm so used to saying Hyman on the top line, I literally just said that. Oh boy, I'm all kinds of scrambled, aren't I? This one comes back into possession though for Kulak now, as he will pick this one up. Played in behind the net. This one fired now near side for Brett Kulak again. He's going to chip it off the Dallas Stars glove. A couple of bounces off the dashers there. And Draisaitl will leave it for McDavid, who tried to tip it ahead. Brown's offside. 4:54 to go in this first period. The Oilers down a goal up over the Dallas Stars line to the far side. Duchesne the turnover as he enters the Oilers zone. And this one will be slapped down low. And my goodness, what a recovery there by Philip Broberg. A broken play for the Stars. Just about ends up back in the net, if not for, of course, Mr. Philip Broberg. A nifty little play. Here's Sam Gagner. Backhand. Nice little chip play to find that on his backhand and hit it on the net, just couldn't convert. And the Oilers doing their best here. Here's Gagner across the line again. He's going to get muscled off the puck, kind of tossed off his edge there, but Holloway does a good job to recover the puck and try and spin it as well, but couldn't seem to do it. This one back down low to Broberg. He'll play it along the boards now to Holloway. Holloway out there with McLeod and Gagner, and that's been a featured line so far here in this first period of play. And this one is going to come back into the Dallas Stars zone. Dylan Holloway will see the icing call, and we will have a stoppage again with 3:53 to go. The Oilers put up 9 shots so far this period, so a hefty period of shots, and there's a great shot from Suter. The tip there by the Stars trying to get it on net, and then Duchesne trying to put it back of the net there on the recovery backhand. Couldn't seem to do it, and then this one right here, just a mess of a play there, but unfortunately doesn't end up in the back of the net for the Stars, so we'll take that as a good thing, and we'll keep rolling here. 3:53 to go in this first period of play, friends. Nugent Hopkins in the face-off dot. He will scramble it up with the skates and win it up for the Oilers to flip it down the length of the ice. And that will be another icing call against the Oilers as Harley touches up. That was a bad flip by the Oilers. They just couldn't get the puck to settle, and they will have to go back and do the face-off yet again. And you see these guys going chasing back thinking, oh man, what did we just do there? That was dangerous. And now 3:46, back-to-back icing calls, and the Oilers hoping to win this face-off right here, right now, as Ryan Nugent-Hopkins will take the face-off, knock down Rupe Hintz, and the Oilers win it again, tip it up off the glass, and it's going to go down the length of the ice, and that will be a third icing call in a row. I thought there was a tip on that play, but there was not. So we will have another stoppage yet again, and the Oilers definitely struggling here to get things going early in this hockey game. Obviously haven't been able to afford a bounce. They obviously have had a couple good shifts too, but they need to find the back of the net here because Dallas is one of those teams that can sit back and wait on a 1-0 lead. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to the face-off dot against Joe Pavelski. And we will have the face-off against them once more. The Dallas Stars this time win possession. It's fired off into the corner. This one's going to come back up ahead for Evander Kane, who will finally get it down behind the Dallas Stars goaltender without an icing call. That's nice to see. And the Oilers try and win this one back into possession, though the Stars backhanding this off the boards, doing a good job to clear the zone. The Oilers lucky not to take a penalty there on the push and shove with the stick in the feet. Pavelski will fire it towards the net. Can't do it. Here come the Oilers back the other way. Here's, no, that's a broken play. And okay, good play, and Kane scores, baby. Oh my goodness, you were talking about a broken play a moment ago, Tice. How about that for a broken play? Ryan Nugent-Hopkins blows a tire, somehow gets up, pushes the puck to Evander Kane, and just like that, you've done your job, scoring that goal that I was talking about. Evander Kane gets it for us, and there you go. His reward for a good Heritage Classic is a goal in the very next game. And yeah, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, he had stumbled, and he almost used that slide to his advantage when he saw the puck coming to him. And you see this right here. He blows a tire at the blue line, takes advantage of it, gives it off to Kane, and Kane's got that shot, friends, where all he has to do is shoot that puck that way, and he scores goals. And that's exactly what he did there against Scott Wedgwood. And that puts us at a dead even draw, 1-1 with 2:49 to go. The Stars angry into the zone, firing the puck on net. Can't seem to get that one there. And now here we go. This one will be a play for the Dallas Stars as they will work this one back into the Oilers' end, but turned over, and the Oilers back the other way, fighting through traffic. Here's Connor Brown on the attack, looking to do something here, and the shot will come back for the Oilers to the blue line. Here's Nurse playing it down low. Brown activating here. This will be Draisaitl looking for an option. He's going to fire this puck, tipped up over top of the net. Shot fired in front again. Can't do it. Brown forces it into the corner. And now the Oilers still trying to come up with this puck. They do. They're going to fire it back down low. Can't seem to do it. And that one will hop out of play off a Dallas Stars player. And that will be back in the Stars zone for another face-off. Evander Kane scores a huge goal there for the Edmonton Oilers. And a beautiful play that works out absolutely for the Edmonton Oilers. So that is Evander Kane scoring his well, next goal of his season. He's all of a sudden put up a very good little campaign here in the last 2 games. And Kane with 2 shots on goal, a hit in the game, and, well, yeah, you can talk about it as well. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins ends up drawing a nice little assist on that one. So when that comes up to what the scoring play reads for the Oilers on that one, well, it's Evander Kane's 3rd of the season from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' 6th assist of the season. So you got to believe here that the Oilers are looking for a little something more before the end of this period, because why wouldn't they? Hopefully they can get this job done. And Gillis, to your question of where is Warren Foegele, let's see what his ice time is saying so far through the first little bit here. Warren Foegele has 4 minutes and 22 seconds time on ice, so I'd assume he's played a little bit more than 2 shifts, but yes, a little suspect that the Oilers decided to move him off the top line so early, so fast. So we'll see what ends up happening here. But again, he could also just be rotating out to get Connor Brown and Derek Ryan a little bit of time on that top line. As yeah, we are just about ready to get back to action here, I'm sure. As hopefully this gets going in a matter of moments. All right, Evander Kane back on the ice here for the Edmonton Oilers. Torrey LaRouche scores a $200 save on Food's gift card. And look at this one here, as that is that was a Dallas player that brings the puck back into the zone. So that's kind of how that play worked. That was almost an offside there for the Oilers, but they get away with it luckily. And now we will have a face-off here in the Oilers zone. Gillis, I will keep an eye to see if Warren Foegele comes back out here at any point. Nugent-Hopkins off the boards, though. He's going to roll back in front of the net. Can't seem to do it. Comes to the near side. Cody Ceci on the pinch. Can't keep it in, but the Oilers quickly collapse back on the puck in their own end. And Darnell Nurse will turn back to Evander Kane. Kane will flip ahead, and this one comes back in into the Dallas end. This has been kind of the name of the game. Flip it into your end, I'll flip it into yours. The Oilers, though, hot on that puck. Kane quickly fires it off the skates of Nugent-Hopkins, and the Oilers just can't seem to buy the second pass from Kane, as Ceci will fire it into the zone. We've got a $1:28 to go here in this first period of play. Nugent-Hopkins back to the point for Nurse. Goal and 2 assists here for Kane. 6 shots against the Flames on Sunday. It was a very good, big game for the Oilers. Yeah, hopefully they get things going here in this one towards that start of that second period, as it looks like we are just going to kind of wind down time here in this first period of play. And we should be ready to rock and roll here in a moment. As, yeah, that's going to be deemed that Joe Pavelski brought it on side for the Edmonton Oilers. So it's a whole bunch of weird rules that we have never seen before every single game. And, yeah, it ends up in the back of the net for Evander Kane. So let's see what happens here. This one will be fought back for the Stars off the face-off. One back to Vinny Desharnais, though, who keeps it in at the line. You know, Ryan McLeod and Leon Draisaitl out there with Connor McDavid and trying to jumpstart Ryan McLeod. And it seems to be, if that second line is going to rip and roar, you can throw whoever up there with McDavid and Draisaitl and hopefully buy a goal that way as well. Maybe a bottom 6 goal is what the Edmonton Oilers coaching staff is thinking. Stuart Skinner, awesome save. Chance number 2, makes it. And the Edmonton Oilers able to square off danger there, as Stuart Skinner makes a couple key saves there. All right, good to see right there. So let me quickly rock and roll here, as we're going to go 3 and 5. 4.4, I guess. Yeah, 4.4. How about that? 30 hours watched on the stream so far, friends. Thank you for tuning in this evening. Really do appreciate that. 33.2. No, we'll have 34.5 seconds to go here in this first period of play. 13 shots for the Oilers, 8 shots for the Dallas Stars. This one's going to come back to the line. The shot blocked there by the Oilers. Derek Ryan's gutting it out and trying to come back the other way. There is Warren Foegele on the ice on this shift, so no need to worry there now. 24 seconds to go here. as this one will come to the far side corner. Stars looking to play this one from the point. Tipped in front, goes wide of the net. And this one will be picked up by Derek Ryan and back the other way. Warren Foegele trying to win the race. Can't do it. Nice dive and play there, but he does win the backtrack. And now the Oilers will get an opportunity. Foegele shoots the puck, blocked though. And the Oilers looking to run down the clock now as the Dallas Stars run out time. And the Oilers will see themselves head into the intermission with, well, guess what? A simply put, nice and dandy 1-1 score against the Dallas Stars in what is a very important game right now. Friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV. Thanks for being aboard tonight. Obviously, a 1-1 game between the Oilers and Stars in which, after one period of play, it's Matt Duchene and Evander Kane that have the lone goals for their teams. Mason Marshman and Esa Lindell get the assists. So each of those players picking up goal number 2, assist number 2, and assist number 2. And then Evander Kane picking up goal number 3 of his season from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' 6th assist of the season, which was really, really nice to see. So friends, give me just a moment here. I'm going to run upstairs, and if at any time you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, I'm going to suggest you do that right now, and I will be right back. Thanks for tuning in. All right, friends. Well, after one period play, sorry to leave you. Oop, wrong thing there. Let's do this. Sorry to leave you there. That's my bad, but just heated up a little bit of dinner quick, and now we're going to recap that first period fully, and then I will go up and eat quickly, and then we'll get things done here. Yeah, we should be good to go. But Dacky, your first question, how's Gagner been tonight? He's been everything Sam Gagner was billed to be in the role that we've got him in. So that's fantastic to see. It's like I said, Sam Gagner was going to bring Sam Gagner things to the lineup, and that's exactly what he's done through one period of play. 13-9 the shots on goal for the Oilers, 10-8 the hits for the Oilers, 11-10 the face-offs for the Dallas Stars. Big news here, the Oilers stayed out of the penalty box for a period. That's amazing. And as well, the giveaways, 9-8 for the Stars. So it was a bad period handling the puck for both teams. Again, what do you do though? Neither team really taking too much of an advantage of that. 5-4 the takeaways for the Oilers, so technically they have a +2 advantage in that category, and 5-5 the block shots. So there's really not too much here to be said about this Oilers hockey game so far. Obviously, Stuart Skinner, 8 saves on 9 shots. Scott Wedgwood, 12 saves on 13 shots for 923. Whereas Skinner's at 889. You look at it here as well. Evander Kane and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins hooking up for a goal. That was huge. And when it all comes together now for the Oilers, you look at this. The lowest ice time I see right now is Mr. Derek Ryan's 253. And then as well, you've also got Philip Broberg's 315. And other than that, everybody else played pretty sizable minutes. Connor McDavid on pace to play just over 21.5 tonight. Obviously, if you'd let up score a couple of goals here, it would be nice, and hopefully take the brakes off him a bit. Ryan McLeod played 4:29, and to talk about Sam Gagner, he ended up playing 3 minutes and 51 seconds in that period. Had a shot on goal as well as a hit. And when you look at the giveaways here, it was Connor McDavid with 2 so far, Darnell Nurse with 2, and then everybody else kind of rolling in there with a couple other giveaways themselves. So nothing major to break down so far tonight. Connor Brown had 2 shots on goal, a dangerous chance. And now, friends, I'm going to leave you for a brief moment here and go eat. But thanks for tuning in. I'll be right back. The stream's still going to keep going. And we'll see what ends up happening here in a matter of moments. I'll leave this up. I don't need to leave a subscribe. Stomach's going to feel a little bit better for the second period. How about that? Let me tell you, though, eating was about somehow worse than the dentist chair today. I'll tell you that much. That was some pain trying to figure out how to eat with the new situations going on up there. But we'll make it happen. We'll make it work. And hopefully it all rattles out in the wash, I guess you could say. As friends, if you're just joining me, welcome aboard. My apologies for heading up there for dinner, but also had to feed the cats and take care of business. So there's a couple of things that had to get done, and they did get done. So that's really, at the end of the day, all that matters is that everything, everybody, every little bit is taken care of, and we are ready for the last 2 periods of hockey. Have to, I think there's one guy I forgot to go feed. So give me a second here. I'm going to go feed the last one, and all right, let's see what comes from this. But yeah, we are just about ready to get things going here in this second period of play. We've got, of course, Gene Principe and Jason Strudwick and Bob Stauffer on the mics. Give me just a moment. Okay, we are good to go, my friends. My apologies there. We are ready to rock and roll here in a matter of moments. And we should be ready to go here for this second period. Bob Stauffer breaking things down on the panel with Jason Strudwick right now. Again, like I said, talking is not going to be my strong suit tonight, simply because the old work upstairs there did not treat me too well, but that's fine and dandy. We've got the first period intermission wrapping up here after these commercial breaks. 1-1 the score between the Stars and the Edmonton Oilers. And let's see what ends up coming here. So I'm going to refresh the old Twitter machine. And let's see where we're at. We've got, well, what's happening across the NHL? Anything? Don't really see much at all. Ottawa coach DJ Smith said Ridley Grieg and Mark Kastelik, both injured tonight, are expected to miss a few games. That's a huge blow to the Ottawa Senators, who depend on those guys, that's for sure. Yeah, no, here we go. We got some ODRs forming up in Airdrie there as well. And yeah, let's see what happens here. Yeah, hopefully everything turns out for the Oilers here in a matter of moments. And Timothy Liljegren will not return following the dirty play from Brad Marchand. And yeah, I think we're just still recapping that goal, so we are good to go here in a matter of moments. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really do here, and I'm gonna quickly and thank you, done and dusted, as we should be ready to rock and roll here for this second period of play. As friends, here's the thing, Jacob, to your point, I don't think we need to move or turn this around. We just need to keep going. What's a good game is, you know, the Oilers, right? If we were down that goal still, yeah, I'd say turn around, but I think the Oilers have done a really good job in that first period. A, no penalty trouble. B, getting back into the game after giving up a bad first goal. And C, not sinking themselves after a bad first goal. So hopefully we take the positives, go out there and keep this going in this second period and somehow build a lead out of it. That's going to be the tough part, is the Oilers have to figure out how to build a lead out of this hockey game tonight, or we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. And that, Jacob, to your point, is we need to turn it around in terms of the win column, because the Oilers, yeah, they got some winning to do here over the next month to try and at least salvage what was a bad October. So we're on commercial break currently, and we should be ready to go here in a matter of moments. And let's see what happens. All right, friends, let's quickly go here. Again, one last quick update. I don't think there's much. I guess the Winnipeg Jets game against Golden Knights and the Montreal Canadiens game against the Arizona Coyotes is getting started here. And the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins will head to overtime as well. So a little possibility there for me to get Matthews a 3-point night. Would not mind that at all, as we're just chunking along here on the stream. And yeah, right now just get somewhere eventually. I'm all kinds of confused. Let me tell you, my mouth hurts real bad right now, so I'm just trying to keep things alive in terms of the stream. And let's go here, 4.2 as we go there. 37.7 hours on the stream, so we are close to getting things done tonight, obviously. Just closing in on that 50 hours here in a matter of probably the next 10-15 minutes or so. So thank you once again for hanging out with me and doing our thing that we do every chance we get here on the live streams. And there we go. We're going to get going here for the rewind. More Heritage Classic shots as they showed up in their well, I guess you could, what do you call those things even? I've never really been in one, but side by side, I guess, would be the term. And you see this, all the gear there that they wore. That was a good time. Connor McDavid, Gene Principe was in Brett Kulak's coveralls from the game, and now we'll have Connor McDavid at center ice here. As we're going to see what they can muster up in a matter of moments. Friends, welcome back. If you're just rejoining the stream, seeing a couple of you trickling in here. And we should be good to go for a little bit of second period action. As Evander Kane with the lone goal for the Edmonton Oilers. Leon Draisaitl talking it over with the official at center ice. And we are going to get things underway here in this in this second period. If they want to drop the puck, they're taking their sweet time. Here we go. Puck is dropped and we are good to go. The Oilers to the attack first, trying to get that puck off the Dallas Stars, who dumped it in. A bad play there from Matthias Ekholm, who caught an edge or something behind the net. Warren Foegele will play this one ahead to Connor McDavid. McDavid's going to flip it in to the near side corner in the Stars zone. McDavid to the attack there against the Dallas Stars with a flank there of Warren Foegele and the defenseman coming in to support the issue, but couldn't seem to do much there at all. And how about this? The Oilers turning back up the ice on a Dallas Stars turnover. Bouchard, a drag shot off the post, and that would have been beautiful to see Bouchard rip one home on the just absolutely beautiful shot there, but couldn't do the job. And now Connor McDavid gets muscled off a puck behind the net, stumbles off the net. He looks a little bit banged up after that. Still trying to grab his bearings, can't seem to do it. The Dallas Stars walking around the Oilers' end. Shot comes in, Dallas takes down Stuart Skinner. Skinner's appealing for a play. I believe his helmet is off. Actually, it was what it looked like, or maybe just his glove. This one will come back for the Stars as the Oilers rushed it in but couldn't do much more. And here come the Oilers across the line. This is going to be backhanded there for the Stars on to Stuart Skinner, who will make the save and make the stoppage in play. So there you go. That was a scramble there as Stuart Skinner got taken down. And that's where I was scrambled up, as I really didn't see what happened too much there. He just ended up laying flat on the ice after a bump in the middle of the ice. Outside of the blue paint, it looked like. And here's that shot by Evan Bouchard just off the post. What a beauty of a shot. Wrung iron, though. Couldn't get the right side of the inside. And here's the play where Stuart Skinner got rung over. And actually his helmet came off. So I don't know why the play wasn't blowing dead. But I guess it is what it is. So end of the day, whatever. Connor Brown, though, looking to play this puck. Can't seem to do it. The Dallas Stars play it up and over top of an Edmonton Oilers player. Now this is going to be turned over to Matt Duchene. Duchene's going to go back to the blue line. Can't seem to cut it there, and that will be Derek Ryan coming back the other way over to Vinny Desharnais, who drifts in. Down low to Ryan, over to Connor Brown, now to Leon Draisaitl, back up to the blue line. Brett Kulak will snap a shot in. It's deflected in front, blocked there by the Stars, and here's Vinny Desharnais over, and the Oilers will shoot it in. And this comes down to the near side boards. We're 2 minutes in, and I cannot talk. And this one will come back to the blue line. Broberg will fire it in once again. Can't seem to cut it there. And this one will come back for Nurse, who will try and chip this one ahead. The Oilers will bat it off the boards and then play it right out into center where Dylan Holloway comes up with this puck. Ryan McLeod will pick this one up, and now Holloway will play this one back to the blue line. The shot there from Darnell Nurse, and a stoppage in play for Scott Wedgwood. This is difficult. I've got really, really bad air sensitivity on where they were doing the work. They were just blasting the air on the affected area, and my goodness, does it ever hurt. Let me tell you that much. It's wow, that is painful. The Oilers to the attack here after the face-off win. Can't seem to win the puck cleanly, but now you've got Sam Gagner on the details. He wins it down to Darnell Nurse. Nurse will take on pressure in behind. Looking to do something here. How about Ryan McLeod? The shot from Holloway blocked in front. He wins the battle to get it into the corner. Holloway looking for an option, and Gagner, who didn't present an open target. The tip there by Gagner, though, presented an opportunity to get towards the net, but it goes into the corner. Then Gagner torques a man into the boards. You'll love to see that from Sam, who's fired up to be back in the Edmonton Oilers lineup. And here's the Oilers across the blue line. This is going to be cut off here. And this one will carry back the other way for Philip Broberg, who's going to backhand in to the Dallas Stars zone. This one will chip up off the boards, and they're across the blue line. Here's Hintz, 2-on-1 scores. Brutal defending there from the Edmonton Oilers. I don't know how that fully happened. It just turned up the ice really quick, but just absolutely ugly move there from the Edmonton Oilers. Darnell Nurse was all on an island back there. I'm not really sure. Well, I guess that would have been Philip Broberg turning over the puck as he just got up to the blue line, and then an ill-advised change by the Edmonton Oilers left everybody scrambling, and Darnell Nurse is back there 3-on-1, and somehow, someway didn't decide to dive on the ice like he normally does, and instead stayed up on his feet, and it ends up back in the net. Back option is Pavelski, and yeah, that's a young mistake there from Philip Broberg, but how many more young mistakes he can make, I'm not too sure. So this one comes back for the Oilers into their own end. Here's Matthias Ekholm picking up this puck. He will get it back to the blue line. The Dallas Stars lucky not to take too many men. Thankfully, the guy jumped the bench instead of touching that puck, and this one will be batted back in the neutral zone by the Edmonton Oilers. Not much happening here so far in the first 4 minutes of this second period, other than a goal for the Dallas Stars. This one's going to be flipped back into the Oilers' offensive end. Icing call in this game has been sleepless, let me tell you. Or sleepy, I should say. As Broberg's shaking his head still, trying to figure out the NHL game, and he just does not seem to be doing it. So, that's what we know so far. Philip Broberg shaking his head like, I should know better. I should really know better. This one's going to be one back by the Oilers. Evan Bouchard's rushing it ahead. It's going to be tipped in by Evander Kane off the pads of Scott Wedgwood, off a bounce off the boards, and now up and out of the zone. Oilers cut it off there, and now Kulak's going to play this one ahead for Connor McDavid, who's got Zach Hyman chasing into the corner. Hyman somehow wraps around the man without taking a penalty. You don't see that too often from the Oilers. This one's going to be bounced off the boards here, and hopefully an offside. Yes, it will be, and we will have a stoppage in play with 15:28 to go here in this second period of play. All right. As that was a key play there from Scott Wedgwood, and then Evander Kane erasing Miro Heiskanen. Second in the NHL with 34 hits this season is Evander Kane. He's had a heck of a year there, monster year so far. That's massive for the Edmonton Oilers in the physicality department, as this one's going to be played back down low. Not much happening there as it's cut off, and now the Dallas Stars will bang it out to center. Brett Kulak winning this puck up ahead, but then almost lost it, and Skinner had to scoop it into the corner. This one now, Draisaitl will play this back in his own zone, leaving it there for Vinny Desharnais, who makes an astute pass as Connor McDavid loses the handle again. And, well, this one will come back the other way. Sagan plays this one, and what a save from Stuart Skinner. Oh, bad hop in front, and he makes the save last second, as that was unreal. 14:44 to go in this second period, and that one was caught him going back the other way, but a big save there for Stuart Skinner as this one comes up off of the stick or skate of Darnell Nurse by the looks of it, and it chips right up into the glove of Skinner. And it's going to be Darnell Nurse trying to bat it away, and Stuart Skinner luckily makes the reaction save, and yes, prevents an own goal there. Legions is this one now back in the Dallas Stars' end, picked up there by Nugent Hopkins, who will walk in, fire it off the heels of Zach Hyman. 14:30 to go here in this second period of play, and the Oilers looking to try and do some damage here, but can't seem to do much. As we've got an opportunity now to play this one out to the middle of the ice. This is going to go back down low into the Oilers' end, and Darnell Nurse will recover that puck and backhand it out. And we will have another stoppage in play. As with 14:17 to go here in the second period of play. Yeah, we got 2-1 score for the Dallas Stars. Just need to prevent any little messes. All right, here we go. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins can't win the face-off in the offensive zone. That's not going to favor you too much all night if you can't do that. As it's going to be knocked down by CC. Near side pass over to Hyman. Hyman bangs it off the boards to Nugent-Hopkins down low, who will not win the battle for the puck, but Hyman crashing almost did, and then Darnell Nurse couldn't bat it down at the blue line. 13:58 to go here. The shot fired down low. Can't seem to do it there, and now the Oilers almost turn over the puck in the offensive zone, but instead it's going to be Evander Kane rushing in on the attack. He's going to be hauled down, and that's going to be our first power play of the game. Evander Kane hauled down, and he will draw the power play as he's all snowed up. And we will have a big-time power play opportunity here for the Oilers against a very good Dallas Stars penalty kill operating at plus 95% on the season. All right, let's see what happens here, friends. We've got, of course, some watch time to potentially go over. See where we're sitting on that front, as we are at 16. Yep, there we go. And we are looking like, where are we about? I guess that would be that. Let's go here, divide that out. How about 47.13 hours streamed? So, by the end of this power play, I tell you, we will have that magical 50-hour watch marker. I promise you that. And again, friends, if you are new to the channel and haven't hit that subscribe button yet, I feel like a lot of you have at this point. There's really no breaking new ground this early in the season. But definitely, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure to do that for me if you could. We're closing in on 12,900 subscribers, in fact. We are almost there. We were up closer, and then all of a sudden I went soft on the Oilers here. And then, of course, that happened. Let's see here. We are up over 12,881, so there we go. We are gaining ground again. We are 19 away from 12,900, and then the race to 13,000 begins. You got to remember that that ended up working out quite well for us last year, getting up towards 10,000 there by, of course, just after Christmas time. Oilers power play needs a goal here, and we'll see if it happens. Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid taking the face-off. They've been rather quiet tonight, right? The second line has the goal for the Oilers. I mean, Kane and Nugent-Hopkins have the goal for the Oilers more specifically. And now Connor McDavid with a power play goal on the season. Leon Draisaitl with a goal on the season. Both looking to do a little bit of pre-work before Nashville. You know they get up for those Nashville games like no tomorrow. And how about this? Face-off down. And Draisaitl will be waved out of the dot. They're going to wave in Nugent-Hopkins to take the face-off. They'll trigger up Leon Draisaitl for the face-off. And now all of a sudden the battle is won in the corner. Connor McDavid comes out trying to drag that to the front, couldn't seem to do it. Here's Draisaitl with the puck. He will work off the boards far side, back to the blue line now. Evan Bouchard's got the puck. He's going to go over to Connor McDavid, who plays down to Draisaitl. Draisaitl looking for the seam pass, not there. He found Connor McDavid down low, trying to deflect it in off of Nugent Hopkins, more or less, couldn't do it. And here's now McDavid to the front of the net, loses the handle again. He's having a rough game here. Bouchard goes over, and this one goes back down over to McDavid. The shot from Draisaitl, the one-timer set up very quickly, doesn't end up hitting the net, and now comes all the way down to Stuart Skinner. Evan Bouchard picks up this puck. Bouch will skate ahead, play it back down low to Connor McDavid. McDavid will go over to Ryan Nugent Hopkins, but this Oilers power play is offside with $1:11 to go. And what the heck am I doing here? Jeez, that was bad. That was bad, friends. I am soaked. That's ugly. Oof. Ugh. All right. Well, that didn't work so well. So let's do this. Let's do this instead. That's a little bit more enticing than most of you bargained for tonight. My apologies, but we've seen those shorts before. This one's going to come back down low to Stuart Skinner. He's going to leave that puck there, and it looks like the top power play unit is still out there, as Draisaitl is going to carry across the blue line, can't seem to do it, and now all of a sudden we're going to have this puck played back down to Evan Bouchard. 42 seconds to go here in this second period power play for the Edmonton Oilers. They're across the blue line. This one backhanded there by Hyman on net. Kane, Nugent Hopkins and Hyman out there on this power play unit. Can't seem to do much there either with it. And this is going to be flipped back down to Stuart Skinner. And this is going to go back now for Darnell Nurse, who will play it up over top to Kane. Can't seem to get much going there. And now all of a sudden, we've got to try and obviously not give up a goal in the final few seconds of this second period. This one picked up now by the Stars, as again this power play just turned out to be a nothing for the Edmonton Oilers. Really no good chances, not really much at all, no good looks even. 11:35 to go here as they bang it off the boards, do the Stars back into the Oilers' end. And now Stuart Skinner will play this one over to Matthias Ekholm, who rips it along the boards. A bad bounce there, played down by the Stars. They're trying to come up with this puck, and Matthias Ekholm instead, first one on it, able to get it up to Ryan McLeod, who got it out of the zone. Still love reading those comments, as now all of a sudden I'm a little bit warmer than I was too, and that's kind of nice. Might put myself to sleep, to be honest with you. It's 11:04 to go here in this second period to play. Puck played off the boards. Here's Sam Gagner playing it ahead. Can't seem to get that done there, as it's going to be a battle one for Warren Foegele, who continues to skate the stick away from the Dallas Stars player. He's got to be careful not to take a penalty, and it doesn't appear that he will, but it looks like the Oilers will have a stoppage in play. I mean, hey, you know what? If the Oilers are playing in late June, right, like June 10th, June 15th, whatever you want to say, for the Stanley Cup, and it's 26 degrees, you might catch me outside suntan and while also calling an Oilers game. We can arrange that all day if the Oilers want to play in warm temperatures like that. 28 points, 11 goals in 18 career games played for the Edmonton Oilers against the Dallas Stars. This one worked back now for Brett Kulak. Kulak will play it to the far side, and this one will be worked ahead now for the Edmonton Oilers. And this one will come back around the zone. This has just been a lot of chasing the puck around today. This looks like a minor hockey game, really. Just fire the puck to this corner, fire it there. All the guys chase it there, and then all the guys will chase to the other side. And we have another icing call here in this one. My goodness, this team tonight. All right. Connor McDavid, though, his first NHL goal did indeed come against the Dallas Stars. His first career hat trick came against the Dallas Stars. Crazy to think about that, as he was wearing the C at that point. And of course, obviously playing in Rogers Place at that point as well. That would be the 16-17 season. This one's going to be played ahead, and now Brett Kulak will pick it up, as we actually celebrated 8 years 7 years since my first game at Rogers Place back on October 31st, I believe it was, October 30th, something like that. 2016, crazy to think how long ago that was already, and the people that I went with, good company at the time. And now coming back the other way, here's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Connor McDavid firing a shot. Scott Wedgwood, the glove save. Yeah, no, it was an ex-girlfriend of mine and her aunt and uncle, and obviously things didn't work out if she's next, but I will tell you, her aunt and uncle treated me like gold. They were great people, and to say I'm hoping they're doing well still is an understatement, as I'm hoping they are very much so still doing well. All right, friends, 7:17 to go on the stream so far. 4.5 minutes watch time, and I figure that figures out to be a pretty good little number, I think. And I gotta try not spill on myself now because I've got one more jacket on the floor, and let me tell you, it's not as good of a jacket. Yeah, no, not much one for body hair, although I'll tell you, the old arm hair, as you guys have seen, is quite ridiculous. All right, here we go. We've got a 2-1 hockey game, friends. That's the big part. The Edmonton Oilers need to find a way to score a goal here and maybe give us a little bit of life. It's been a little sleepy, as we've said, so far through this little bit of this first half of the hockey game. All right, let's go here. Laurent Brossoit, Stanley Cup champion. Obviously, he's there with the Winnipeg Jets tonight. All right. Mom's got Joe Pavelski on the hockey fantasy squad, and obviously doing that job, taking her young kid to the hockey game and also scoring fantasy points at the same point. All right, let's go here. And do we have anything? Do we know if Casey DeSmith is going to start tonight? I don't know. Anyone got a lead on that? That'd be nice. And it looks like this whole fantasy hockey squad of mine is doing a whole bunch of nada so far, as Max Domi and Austin Matthews couldn't solve the job. But how about that? Boone Jenner and Johnny Gaudreau combining for 3 points and a +4 tonight. That's ought to move the needle a little bit in my favor. It's still 9-4 because I'm tied in goals. So Connor Brown, Warren Fogle, I'm looking at you. We need some goals here. All right, let's go here. Back in behind. Suter plays this one back to Heiskanen. This will be picked up by Kane. Can't do the job in the Oilers zone. Offensive zone, that is. And now it's all the way back down to Stuart Skinner. Friends, for as well of a job as I'm doing tonight, yeah, I gotta do this. I gotta get off and get some more food in me and maybe get some mouthwash or something on this sensitivity going on here. This is going to be knocked down in the line. And the Oilers will have another stoppage in play. And Brossoit went to Vegas and then went back to Winnipeg. That's how that worked out. 9:08 to go in the second period. Hey, nobody. Hey. Come on. I know what you were looking for. Come here, you little goof. Hey, I know what you're looking for. A little shoulder loving? Yeah? A little shoulder loving? Okay. And let's cuddle up. Good buddy. You just want to cuddle. I get that. The Oilers trying to win this battle in behind the net. They're not doing much of anything there so far. Somehow a guy just took an absolute big spill. Didn't do him much favors there. And now here's Matthias Ekholm in behind the Oilers net. Fires the puck up ahead. It's going to be a high stick knockdown by the Dallas Stars. And it looks like we will have a face-off in their own end. 8:43 to go here in this second period of play, friends. 2-1 the score for the Dallas Stars. Again, that's the cause for concern as hopefully things work out. Hey, little buddy. You're loving life. Hey, yeah. He's a pretty good cuddly kitty. He doesn't often come down here much anymore. He's got this very comfortable spot that accidentally happened in the house. We went to put away some cushions the other week, and we didn't put them away fully, and now it's his favorite spot he's ever had in his life. He just lays up there, gets a little bit of sun during the day, and has a really good crash every single day. Here's Warren Fogle to the backhand, trying to force it on net. Couldn't do it. Of course, Scott Wedgwood's made 12 saves on 13 shots so far. Alright, this one now played up the boards. This one will come along to the near side. Leon Draisaitl can't seem to do the job. My cat's meowing, or not meowing, sorry, I'm reading comments here. Whoa, that's a lot of fur. That's a lot of fur in the air. Hey, that's a lot of hair, buddy. That's a lot of cat fur. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? As the Dallas Stars in the offensive zone score a goal. Nope. Sorry, I saw the puck go through the net, but apparently it didn't. As that was a lucky bounce, as Toff's saying there for the Oilers. And why are you licking me, buddy? Why are you licking me? Don't lick me. Don't lick me. Oh, your cat breath stinks. Cat breath stinks, buddy. As that was a huge get for Stuart Skinner, that's for sure. As it goes right up to the side of him. Buddy, no, not in my ear. Not in my ear. Get out of there. This is, what do we got here? What are we looking at here? Too many men for the Oilers, potentially? I'm not sure. Leon Draisaitl, though, to take the face off. He wins it back, and now the Oilers will flip this one up and down in the length of the ice into the Stars zone. They'll backhand it there, turn it over at the blue line. Leon Draisaitl's tripped up, no call. And he will look on to play this puck a little bit ahead. The Oilers looking for someone to lean on the guy, and that would be Darnell Nurse, as he leaned on and tried to get that going there. This one will come across the line. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with the puck right now, can't seem to do nothing. And here's, how about Evander Kane back the other way. This will be picked up across the line, can't do it, and Zach Hyman will pick this one up, and that will be offside for the Dallas Stars. And you guys are saying Brown's hurt again? I'm not, oh, Brown down the hallway, okay. I didn't catch that. I guess we'll see if he returns. Hopefully he does. And then we are good to go for the rest of this, because of course if Connor Brown's on the IR, I'm going to have to drop him. Goodbye gone. Yikes. Alright, here we go. As this one will come back the other way. As this one will be fired up along the boards, and the Oilers get a fortunate bounce there. How about Ryan McLeod picking this puck up, wheeling and dealing, drawing a call? The Oilers just missed that. Just missed that. I mean, Dylan Holloway just about had his first of the season. He just missed an open net, hopped up over his stick. You would have thought he'd catch it, but couldn't do it. And now we will have a quick stoppage in play here, as Marchment will go to the box, and the Oilers will get another power play here. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're just loving life, hey? Didn't I yard sale him last year at one point when the Oilers scored a goal? I think I did. Hey, I yard sailed you. Yep, just threw you apart. Or maybe that was this year. I'm honestly quite not sure. 6:44 to go in this second period of play. Here's Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, ready to rock and roll for what is going to be an important face-off. They win it back. Here's Bouchard over now to Nugent-Hopkins, back down low to Draisaitl. Draisaitl plays it back to the shot. Bouchard puts it on net, but honestly could not pump it through Scott Wedgwood. I'm giving you all kinds of anxiety, eh? All kinds of anxiety thinking I'm going to throw you again, and you just think you don't trust me, eh? As this is a good play there from Draisaitl, playing it right up to Bouchard, who had snuck down low, but couldn't seem to do it. $2.25 per ticket for the Oilers and Jackets against the Glass and the Sinman. That would be something to see, my friend. It'd be good to see you down there, that's for sure. This is going to be waved out of the face-off dot, and here comes Johnston, who I said was going to be an impact player tonight, and so far he hasn't been much of anything for the Dallas Stars, I'm thinking. This one's going to be played down low to Stuart Skinner still. I mean, Maple Bucks, that's, at the end of the day, that's still pretty cheap for glass seats on the penalty box. Now played back, here's Connor McDavid. McDavid across the blue line. He'll go over to Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins chips it back to Bouchard. The one-timer loading didn't come. Now it does. Shot up over top of the net and stayed out. As this comes back now to Bouchard. Bouchard down low to Nugent-Hopkins. Can't seem to do the job. Here's Connor McDavid. McDavid will play this one to the near side boards. Well, he did win the battle. How about this? Draisaitl now to Bouchard. The shot up over top of the net. Couldn't do it. And now the Oilers trying to get this power play going. They've had some good looks finally on this one. Here's Nugent Hopkins back to the blue line. Here's Bouchard over to McDavid. McDavid skating in. Shot comes close. Can't do it. And Bouchard's last shot was 95 mile an hour. Whew, just about. As this one comes down, Nugent Hopkins peels off to the near side corner. Nugent looking for something, goes in behind to McDavid again. McDavid handling the puck, trying not to turn it over. He'll go down low to Draisaitl, who instead turns it over. And Magic welcome in. And Ferg, what is the cat's name? No, the cat's name. That one remains a secret with me, alright? I'll tell you that much. He's a little itty bitty kitty. That's all I'll tell you about him. As honestly, the unfortunate part is I can't say his name on here. That's the other side. Here's the shot over to the side there for the Dallas Stars. Hit a body in front and deflected into the corner. The Oilers' power play ends the same way the first one did, as this one winds down in their own zone. This one in behind, as it's picked up there by Ryan McLeod and chipped out down the length of the ice into the Dallas Stars zone. And that will be an icing call against the Edmonton Oilers. Peter, where'd the cat go? Well, he went running. He jumped out of my arms. That's really all. And hopefully for the Oilers, Evan Bouchard stops hitting the posts on the power play. That's a crossbar and what looks like side post as well. Yeah, it looks like the corner bar. As how about 3 goal posts in the same period for Evan Bouchard from Mark Spector. Look at that. Look at Evan Bouchard go, hitting the goalposts. That ain't moving the needle though tonight. The Oilers forced out of the zone. We're going to try and load up the attack here, but again, another stick sent flying. Stuart Skinner though, with a good save, and the Oilers will head now to the penalty kill, unfortunately. As it is a usual suspect when it comes to taking penalties in an Edmonton Oilers uniform, that being Evander Kane heading to the box for another time this season. I think Evander Kane, honestly, how many penalty minutes does he have? That's a good question. Let me get that going here. As the Oilers have usually the same crew of guys taking penalties. Obviously, Vinny Desharnais has been one of them this season, and I think you know as well, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins tends to take quite a few as well. So, let me go here. Yeah, Nugent-Hopkins has a total of 8 penalty minutes this season. Evander Kane has 2 fights, mind you, so he's got now 10 penalty minutes outside of the 2 fighting majors. And I think as well, when you say Vinny Desharnais, he's got 9 minutes penalties, 2 penalties. But again, considering how little he plays, it is what it is. All right. Here we go. Let's see what the Oilers can do on the penalty kill here. Hopefully find something in a hurry in terms of maybe a shorthanded point for Warren Foegele or Connor Brown. That'd be all right. Help win that category. That'd be good. And as we see here, yeah, this has been rough. Has not been a good turn of events so far for the Edmonton Oilers in terms of hitting goalposts, but hey, you know what? We have time, and we'll see what ends up happening here at the end of the game, that's for sure. As I'm probably going to be heading out after this. Oh no. Kane just caught his stick up high, a little blade to the face there by the looks of it, and here's the replay of Brown going down the tunnel, and it looks like he's Winston in pain there. Or maybe he was testing it out, but it looks like he's going to head down the tunnel. So, see what happens here. The Oilers down to 10 forwards, 7 defensemen, and Derek Ryan and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins will take the face-offs here. A hooking call, actually, for Kane, as that's why the stick went flying. He tried to lose that stick. And now the power play for the Dallas Stars operating at 8.7% on the season. 4 minutes to go in the second period, and the Stars have $1:45 to go in the power play. This one played to the front, tipped in front, and just like that, bing, bang, boom, the Stars get their first power play of the game, and they get their first power play goal in a while, I am sure, as that goes back of the net. 3-1 for the Edmonton Oilers. They are going to radio up to headquarters up in this rafters there, maybe thinking this one's offside or something, goalie interference. I'm not 100% sure what they're seeing there, as this one just loaded up in the back end of the zone. The Stars did the same thing with Hintz that we do with Connor McDavid, and they're saying maybe Hintz might have been offside, I guess, as I'm not sure who batted that in, and that's bang bang at the lights, or blue line, sorry, and Hintz puts it home, and we're going to play on. No penalty, nothing there at all to really say. So, well, we're down 3-1 here after, well, pretty much 2 periods of play. The Oilers have 3:40 of which to work to try and find a cutback goal here. And this is going to be played by now Ryan McLeod. Again, another night where the bottom 6 doesn't show up so far through a period and a half of hockey, and that's a big problem here for the Oilers. Pavelski and Ben draw the assists on the marker. 3:20 to go here in this second period, and the Oilers again now all of a sudden starting. Like I've said, this game's been sleepy, but it wasn't a big problem, and now you're down 2 goals, and now it is a big problem once again for the Edmonton Oilers, as Vinny Desharnais will pick this one up. It looks like we had an icing call there, as this one comes back into the Dallas Stars zone. But again, just another night where you're just baffled that this Edmonton Oilers team could have such high expectations on them, as they just can't seem to win it here, and this is becoming a problem. As this one now, Bouchard will go across, the shot fired over by Ekholm, doesn't hit the net, and Evan Bouchard can't do it, but he gets across the line there to McDavid, who sifts it on over. And this, sorry, I'm struggling here. A, my life's been sucked out of the game, and B2, I can barely move this side of my mouth right now, and it is an absolute pain right now. So 2:48 to go here in this second period of play, and that is a cover there by Scott Wedgwood, who makes the save. So again, though, tonight at the end of the thing, though, you've got the 2 chances from Brown and Nugent Hopkins in the first period that just you can't get the puck to bounce for you, and then you've hit 5 posts this hockey game. That's a tough go. You're down 3-1. And I mean, you get even 40% of those bounces to go in, and you're leading right now. So that's the most frustrating thing for the Edmonton Oilers in this hockey game, is you should be a lot closer than you are. And the problem is now you're down by 2, and it feels like you've got a huge mountain to climb, because this Oilers team, as soon as they've been down this year, have not been very good at climbing back at all. You think about the 2 wins, we haven't had to climb back much from anything. So here we go. Can't even make a pass. Tough go here, and it looks like we're going to get a power play though, as it's going to come here, and Fadoon right there to this. Can I stop the stream? We need to win this again. I thought that would be the case against the New York Rangers, and we lost 3-0, so be interesting to see what happens now. 2:06 to go here in this second period. The Oilers will get to the power play, but yeah, rough go. And Fadoon bringing up the old adage. I used to say all the way back in the day, friends, when I used to live stream the Oilers in 18, 19, 19, 20, every game I streamed, the Oilers would lose. Every game I didn't stream, the Oilers would win. So, I mean, that's what it's feeling like again this year. But the problem is, as with all of you back home, this year I got bills to pay, things to buy, places to get, so got to keep the live streams going and obviously keep the hockey content buzzing. It's very easy to shut down after the loss usually here. How about that? Oh, Evander Kane just about tucked it back door, but couldn't quite do it there. As this will be Connor McDavid now rolling in. He'll shoot the puck up over top of the net. Couldn't bite that one, and no idea why that switched. That's all good. That's all good. As now with $1:39 to go, this one comes to the near side boards. And actually, speaking of barbecue and beer talk, I will tell you, friends, as the Oilers roll this one back to the blue line, shot fired, Wedgwood the save. Connor McDavid, the shot there, couldn't get it fully through, and the Dallas Stars will clear. I went down to Main Street Beer and Barbecue in Airdrie last night after work to enjoy wing night, and the funniest thing happened, and this is where I will tell you, shout out to them because some things are just meant to happen. I ordered hot wings, okay? Now the hot wings came and all of a sudden there was a side of what looked like hot sauce and they looked heavily salted. My brain, oh, that's hot sauce. I dip it in there and I'm like, oh, that's a weird way to do wings, whatever. Maybe they're trying something new. Dip it in there. Weirdest thing in the world, it's like it's a sweet hot sauce. And I'm like, I've had this before. Where have I had this? Get through a couple wings. I'm enjoying myself. It was really good, to be honest with you. And I was hungry as all could be, so I'm very much so enjoying myself. Waitress comes over. We gave you the wrong plate of hot wings. Sorry, that was honey hot on the side with salt and pepper wings. Oh, you don't say. That makes more sense. I'm like, yeah, they kind of had a bite to them the first few, so I'm like, okay, whatever, it's all good. And they're like, yeah, you enjoying these? You want other ones? What do you want? And I'm like, I will eat these and pay for them, no problem. And so, well, at the end of the day, it was actually a nice little happy accident there. At Beer and Barbecue, or Main Street Beer and Barbecue last night. And the Pepsi was good. Pepsi was really good. Here's Matthias Ekholm. Darnell Nurse fires the shot up off top of Scott Wedgwood. The shot now from Sam Gagner. The rebound, the shot. Oh my goodness, Sam Gagner, what a veteran presence right there. Firing that shot heavy on net and trying to put it home. And yeah, we're down Brown. Yes, it is. That is too comical. If you're watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Sam Gagner, the good shot there for the Edmonton Oilers. Couldn't solve the goaltender. And now, let's see what happens here as it comes back to the blue line. Matthias Ekholm over to Darnell Nurse. The shot fired, tipped far side. Gagner with the puck now, as he will play it ahead now to Darnell Nurse, who again can't fire the shot. At least we're going to end the power play in the offensive zone. Gagner buzzing on this power play though. Almost had a chance to shovel it backhand. 5 seconds to go. Ekholm fires it on net. It blocks up off of the, off of the hand of the Dallas Stars player, and his hand just went numb. Did Esther Lindell's. And we will have a face-off with 1.8 seconds to go. That is a tough puck to bite. It deflected off the skates, or off the stick, and that goes tough. Yeah, that bit Lindell. I don't know if it bit him in the wrist or what, but well, you know what, it is what it is. And friends, if I'm not replying to any of your complaints about tonight, trust me, I'm making mental notes, and I'm going to throw it all in the post game tonight if this Oilers team can't turn this around here. However, we wind down the end of the second period, and friends, I'm going to go upstairs, get some numbing gel or something out, and I'm going to wind back, and I'm not sure. Should I leave the stream? Should I keep it going? You know what? Tonight feels like a night to keep it going. So give me a few minutes here, friends. I'm not done yet. I don't feel like being done yet. There's a very important marker that I'm very close to on the stream, and it's kind of a point of pride for me this season to try and make sure every stream is over that marker. So I'll tell you about that marker in a moment, but just to tell you here, we are at a grand total of 72 hours. So you know what? Let's push for it. Let's go get 100 hours tonight, friends. The Oilers, I'm going to say it, aren't done yet tonight. We're going to find a way, hopefully, and if not, it's misguided faith that makes me a little bit more angry for that post-game show. I'm going to be right back, friends. Well, friends, we ain't done. Just crushed some Oreos, as is tradition. You know that I haven't had a chance to do that lately. I've kind of been slacking on the grocery shop in these past few games that we've been live. So it was nice to actually go up there and grab some Oreos, as I've kind of taken care of business here the past few days this week. Obviously, lots of time off from hockey, so it works out dandy for me, I guess you could say, and a little bit of time in Airdrie as well. So yeah, we should be good to go. And big thing is, friends, again, tonight is just another example of the Oilers. I mean, lackadaisical, quiet, not involved. I don't know what to tell you, right? They just don't go out there and win this hockey game. They don't even go out there and look to win this hockey game. They were looking to hold sway with the Dallas Stars and try and make sure they don't lose this hockey game in the first period, which if that's all you want to do in the first period, I'm good with that. But yeah, it's you don't look like you're actively trying to win every shift, and secondary to that, it doesn't look like you're getting the bounces tonight. And that's more or less what's driving me up the wall, is we're not getting the bounces tonight. And I mean, you get a couple of bounces and this game's completely different, but again, it's still even the bounces. It's only one or two guys getting the chances on net. Connor Brown's chance on net, I think that was one that wasn't ever going to materialize to anything. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was definitely a chance on net. And Evan Bouchard's 300 posts in the second period, well, that's all one guy. So that's a tough go right there for the Oilers. But hopefully we get this job done, and then we get this going here. But at this point right now, I think the big part to remind yourself, like I said in my video there where I was really upset about things, is for the Oilers, yes, it's very easy to be upset right now, but I mean, do something as simple as make a call up, send down, look at the impact. Like, imagine where we'd be without Sam Gagner tonight. That's the big thing. You think this Oilers team has been lackluster tonight? Sam Gagner has been the brightest spot, and that's not because the spotlight's on him. It's because he's actually out there in a fourth line role producing results. That's huge for the Oilers. But you think, well, if Gagner wasn't buzzing, is Dylan Holloway buzzing? Is this whole team doing anything else? Big question. So when you go into this third period, what needs to be looked at here is just the will and the compete level needs to be ratcheted up, and you just need to turn it into results. And that's, again, a focal point on the bottom six. But Connor McDavid, how many times have we talked about him tonight not doing good things? Leon Draisaitl tonight, he's had one-timer that we even noticed, I guess. Outside of that, the second line is doing what they did from last game. The defense, who's other than Bouchard, Ring, and Post, look anything. Who's done an amazing defense play? Philip Broberg, but he also cost you a goal. And then, right? Anyone, like, who's jumping off the page here? Not a lot of anybody. Yeah, Dylan Holloway's got his boots moving, but that's more or less because he's playing with Sam Gagner, who's having a very good game, and they're just feeding off each other's energy. That second line produced the only result of the game, but you'd like more. And end of the day, too, is there anything else to really cover? I don't think so. I don't think there's much here at all to really go on about, but hopefully, hopefully it all works out here for the Edmonton Oilers and you get going. As we're on commercial break, obviously, and we're hoping to get something going in this third period. And maybe the Oilers will, maybe the Oilers won't. It's foolish pride on my part right now to go out here and stream this third period for you. I'll put it honestly that way and bluntly for you, but maybe something comes of it, maybe something doesn't, and maybe we have another epic rant at the end of all of this. I'm not too sure there, but we'll get it figured out here for sure. And obviously, too, it's kind of nice to see things coming together on the back end of the stream as well. Like I said, we're closing in on a grand total of 100 hours watched on the stream, and of course, that's always a point of pride for me. So As you divide that out, we're up to almost 80 hours, so we should, by the end of all things said and done and considered, be able to hit that nice big 100 mark by the end of the period here in the third. It is different, or it is during difficult times that true friends become apparent, according to this fortune that just fell out of my middle section of my desk here. Well, let's see who wants to be a true friend to the Edmonton Oilers tonight in this difficult time. Maybe Zach Hyman, maybe Sam Gagner. And as we see here, that definition of true friends become apparent. Well, Mr. Sam Gagner is a true friend as an Edmonton Oilers fan the past 20 years. So see what happens here. Yeah, hopefully it all works out for the Oilers and Sam Gagner tonight. Hopefully. Like I said, it's all hope now. Like I said, it's hope or chaos. I titled that thumbnail pretty well last night. Hope or chaos in November, because even if you win a lot of games in November, all you've got is hope, because you don't have much at all to say about anything other than hope or chaos. And yeah, the losing creates chaos, and hope is winning at this point, as we're just watching a whole bunch of replays here, and like just two bad deflections off Darnell Nurse's stick this game. One that's ended up in the back of the net, and obviously number two that has been a glove save for the Oilers this evening. So hopefully the Oilers figure it out here, but again, at the end of the day, for me, and tough. I mean, yeah, we always have performances from players, and I guess, yeah, I'm discrediting what Zach Hyman's done tonight, but you need to get some results on the scoreboard tonight, and I don't know if that's going to happen. Raphael Lavoie, 7 points in 5 games, 27 shots through 5 games. They have given him an assignment, and he is acing it so far. So now we're talking about Connor Brown being hurt, and there is potential that the Oilers call up Raphael Lavoie now. So, okay, there you go. Raphael Lavoie, everything works out for the Oilers sometimes, right? It worked out lots last year. I will tell you, the LTIR cap usage worked out mintily for the Oilers, who finished the season with $0 available in terms of cap space. So, we'll see what happens here for the Oilers in terms of the salary cap space here for Mr. Connor Brown. I would assume that we probably have some wonky stuff going on with the roster here, and we try and use LTIR to be able to afford a guy like Raphael Lavoie. That's the only way I think we could do it. But Connor Brown is injured at current, so we're hoping he gets back, but yeah, we'll see what happens here. As yeah, again, this insult to injury, literally, for the Edmonton Oilers. These intermissions seem to be taking their sweet time tonight. What do they got? I honestly don't know what they got. They got a lot going on here. There's that big hill in Edmonton that's so scary to go up. Well, it's not even throwing the rookies into the deep end. You got to remember, Magic, that with Raphael Lavoie, he's not an 18-year-old kid. He's 22, 23, ready to make an impact on the lineup. Or is he even 24 already? No, he would be 23 right now. Because right now for the Oilers, you got no better time than now if you've got an injury to Connor Brown to test out Raphael Lavoie. So I think you gotta go out there and do it if you've got the chance to do it. Again, how you make that roster cap space work, that is interesting to me, because at current the Oilers are pretty much capped out, 83.105. So with 395, if you threw Brown on LTIR, you would get pretty much, yeah, there's, yikes. You've essentially got to send down Gagner, recall Lavoie, then activate LTIR and recall Gagner. So tomorrow could be a really interesting day, I guess is what I'm saying here. Because if you did the cap space that way, give me a second here. 397,068. 068. Why am I doing that? 397,068 minus 770 or plus 775. 397,068 plus 775. Okay, perfect. Minus 894, 500. So that gets you down to 277. Then you go minus 775. Sorry, I'm mathing this out here. That gives you that does not give you enough cap space. That I actually don't know how the Oilers make this work. To be honest with you, I don't know how this works. And friends, I'm going to tell you this. Okay, I'm seeing you complain about salary cap here with the Edmonton Oilers and what the situation is. Here's the problem. The Oilers have been above the salary cap every single year outside of this year since Andrew Ference was a member of the hockey team. So this goes predating Mr. Ken Holland a long time. It's the Oilers have been in cap trouble since Andrew Ference was the captain of this hockey team. So that's something that I brought up a little while ago. You cannot blame Ken Holland for the cap troubles. Ken Holland has an assignment. He had an assignment last season, which was spend to the LTIR limit and make sure we maximize every dollar. That's the problem there for the Edmonton Oilers. So that's where it came down to, is Ken Holland's done his best as possible to manage the salary cap, but when you have zero cap space to begin with, because you got to remember Clefbaum was on LTIR pretty much as soon as Ken Holland showed up here. So it's no real big surprise here for the Oilers that nothing has changed since the Andrew Ference days in terms of the salary cap situation. So again, I'm not going to get too worked up about salary cap problems, and unless you want to swing trades for players. But often when you're trading a higher salary cap player for a lower salary cap player, you don't often upgrade. That's the thing. You usually side grade or downgrade, and it is where it's at. And Jim, when it comes to this contracts he signed, he's needed to sign those contracts every time to be able to meet the LTIR dollar requirement, right? If you don't sign Jack Campbell last year, you don't get Matthias Ekholm. That's how the math works. So that's the tough part here for the Oilers, is you live and die by the LTIR usage, and unfortunately there's nothing you can do about it as soon as you're free if the contract was signed the year before. So it's tough. It's something that I know fires up a lot of people. It's got me fired up a little bit, but end of the day, it's a moot point because we had to do what we had to do. So, and at the end of the day, if you sign a guy to a $5 million contract and he doesn't perform, that's not necessarily all on the manager either. Like, at what point does the player figure it out? It's not like we haven't given Darnell Nurse and Stuart Skinner and Jack Campbell and Cody Ceci plenty of runway to actually live up to their contract. And I mean, they're all capable of it. That's the thing. It's not like they're incapable of living up to their contracts. So that's where it comes down to it, is you gotta figure out what's going on here. And friends, I'm gonna leave the comments section alone for now because you guys are spouting off a whole bunch of stuff that I can't even begin to explain why it doesn't work or why you can't do certain things. But that's fine and dandy. We will discuss it all in the post game. I promise you that. Everything goes up here, and we'll make it happen. Here we go. Evan Bouchard on the ice. Louis DeBrusque on the ice as well. And here we go. Face off at center ice. Leon Draisaitl against Joe Pavelski. And we will have the face off won by the Edmonton Oilers. Evan Bouchard fires it down low into the star zone. Like I said, I'm hoping the Oilers ain't done here, but again, who knows what's going to happen as Matthias Ekholm's got this puck, fires it to the front of the net. Paddled away by Scott Wedgwood, and this one's backhanded into the near side corner. Coming out is Connor McDavid back to the blue line. Evan Bouchard activates down the right wing. He's going to drag on net, plays to the front, Couldn't find the back door for Warren Foegele, but the Oilers quickly get it back on net. Matthias Ekholm with the keep, and then Connor McDavid can't win the battle there. So this one comes back down and can't keep it in is, I believe, Dylan Holloway, if I'm not mistaken. No, that was Leon Draisaitl. This one plays to the middle of the ice again. Evan Bouchard, dipsy doodle around the Stars defender. He's feeling it tonight, I will tell you that. Evan Bouchard's been great this game, but again, results are not there, so it means nothing when you're 2-5-1 and you're looking good. This one battling there, and this will be backhanded by the Stars out into the Oilers' end. Battle won by Zach Hyman. Now Vinny Desharnais will backhand up the boards to Jamie Benn. And the Dallas Stars can't seem to win this puck, but they also aren't very much so losing it. And now they will win it, firing off the blocker of Stuart Skinner wide. Can't find the back of the net, and this might get something going. No, it will not, as the Stars will play to the near side boards. This will paddle up back into the middle of the ice. And yeah, I'm definitely having a hard time on some pronunciations. Ryan McLeod just fired an absolute missile of a pass through the slot. Couldn't find Evander Kane though. This will come back the other way for Duchesne, who will get bodied up there by McLeod, knocked all the way down to the ice. Nice little shoulder check there from Mr. Ryan McLeod, and this one will be batted off the boards down the length of the ice and into the Dallas Stars end for an icing call, as the linesman called it just before we got to the attack there. That is unfortunate, and that is a disgusting little bug on my desk, so we will get him gone there. All right. And here's the hit from Ryan McLeod one more time. Beauty of a check right up into the midsection of Duchesne. Worked out well. And now we will have a face-off win for the Edmonton Oilers. Canadians versus Blues. What is that? Hockey Night in Canada. Saturday 5 o'clock game. This one's going to be off the end boards. And again, another icing call here. So, alright. It is what it is. We will keep rolling on. 17:54 to go here in this third period of play. Sam Gagner has had a fantastic game so far tonight, that's for sure. And now we will have Ryan McLeod out there to take this face-off for the Oilers on yet another icing call. Sam Gagner has even got gray in his beard at this point. Love to see it. This one's going to go back for the Oilers now on near side. Sam Gagner is going to play it ahead, dribble it out of the zone. Tipped in by Dylan Holloway, far side corner. Holloway trying to chase that down. Instead, it's going to be on the spot, Sam Gagner. Gagner will fire a shot to traffic. McDavid tipped it in front. Now this one back in front, bounce, and Gagner still cannot buy a bounce in front. He has been all over it and just can't seem to find it. Should have picked him up for fantasy. He would have done more than Brown. Pass in front. Oilers are done. 4-1. Literally can't make this up at this point. You go out there, and this is exactly what our old friend Drew Mendy used to talk about. I already mentioned it once on the live stream, but back of the net after a good chance the other way, and I mean, just the Oilers get caught watching at the blue line again, and it's your two best defenders. It's Ekholm who fakes the pinch, and then you got Bouchard as well, and the Oilers just don't, like, Bouchard stops as soon as Robertson goes across the blue line. And Bouchard's just drifting right there as Hintz is across the line. Like, oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me here. This is absolutely brutal from the Oilers. And I mean, again, you go out there and you perform, same as you did against Nashville. You perform against Calgary, and then you follow it up with an absolute dud yet again. I just don't understand where this team's at, what they're thinking, what they're trying to do, but they just look outmatched, outgunned, undermanned. Like, it's, I don't even know if it's undermanned. So, I mean, Leon Draisaitl literally can't even make it happen. And yeah, no, this is another embarrassing performance for the Oilers here. 26 shots, yeah, but again, you've got some bounces and you just haven't cashed them, sure, but at some point you got to put up results. And you're not getting anything going here. It's Connor McDavid cleanly shaven as well. 16:48 to go here in this third period. The shot fired by Evander Kane. Puck in behind the net for Zach Hyman. It flips up over top of the stick of Evander Kane. And the Stars will come back the other way here on this attack. Up over the blue line. It will be turned back and into the Oilers bench. I don't get it. That's the big thing. I just don't get how you talk this tough of a game all season like the Oilers did in the off season, and then show up like you did now and not play hockey. This is just bad, And I mean, like, yeah, can't seem to get anything going. Here's Zach Hyman now. This one will be chipped up off the boards. And, well, yeah. I'm just sitting here stunned. I really expected a much better effort. It looked like we were going to get a much better effort in the first period, but again, this team has lied to us in first periods many times this season, and unfortunately that's where it's at again this game out. 16:08 to go in this third period. Batted along the boards to Evander Kane. He'll fall down, turn it over to the Stars. And I mean, what's going to surprise you here? They get another shot on net, and Stuart Skinner makes another save. His 17th of the hockey game. I just don't get it. All right, let's see here. What do we got going on? Anything on the back end that we need to be aware of? Doesn't look like it. Looks like that Vancouver Canucks stream is getting a few views because obviously the Canucks game has started up over there. And here we go. This one's going to be played back for Ryan McLeod. In behind can't do the job to knock the man off the puck as he turns it over for a second time. This one will come back the other way now, picked up and shot fired in there by Dylan Holloway. And this will be rattled along the boards. And picked up and back the other way now comes Matt Duchene. I don't even feel like doing this anymore. I'm just simply doing this because I know I need to get paid and I know I need to do my job. So here we are. Dylan Holloway out there, literally doing what the Oilers are doing right now, just showing up to work, not even to work hard. Evan Bouchard shot off the pads of Scott Wedgwood. And the worst part is, too, as somebody mentioned earlier, we're making the backup goaltender look like the superstar again. And it's just every single game we should know what that looks like. If Jake Ottinger was in that, we'd probably light him up for 5, guaranteed. But nobody else decides to show up or do anything. As this is going to be Matthias Ekholm chipping to the far side for Derek Ryan across the line. This one comes now to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard over to Drysdale, shot fired. And, well, here's Matthias Ekholm winning that puck battle, and Drysdale fires it down low. McDavid maybe doing something in front. Nope, just kidding. We can't buy a bounce. What do you think? We're going to buy a bounce in this game? Don't think so. As Ekholm goes to try and swat this one free again, the Oilers bouncing puck just don't give me no faith at this point. Just, yeah, not good. And the Stars fire that shot down towards the net. We got 14 minutes and 10 seconds to go here. And what I'm not a fan of is the Stars have run into Skinner a couple of times this game. Oilers haven't really had much of a response. There hasn't really been much of a physical game outside of maybe a couple hits from Kane and Gagner this game. I mean, it's just, again, lifeless is a good term for it. As, yeah, you pump the iron a couple of times. Guess what? These guys pump iron for an hour a day each, I'm sure. Why are you doing it in the hockey game? Put it in the back of the net. 13:46 to go in this third period. We got another icing call here. Millionth one of the game. And like just can't seem to buy anything here. And I mean, again, another one off of everything here. I don't know, man. I don't know. 13:46 to go here in this third period of play. Johnson's got the puck now. 1-2-1 record at home. Only win is the Heritage Classic. Can you even call that at home? This one's going to be won there by Jamie Benn. He'll fire the shot. Save made. And we will have a penalty against the Oilers. And Nugent Hopkins will go to the box. So like I said, Kane, Nugent Hopkins, and Vinny Desharnais, those are your three most likely suspects to go to the box any given game. And that is exactly what happens there again. So, is where it is. And we have a commercial break in progress, friends. Honestly, I'm just going to pump the ads your guys' way this game. Let's at least try to make this beneficial for both you and I. If you're going to use it as a free platform to yell at the Oilers, I will use it as a free platform to do whatever YouTube does for me on a live stream. I'm not sure it's even much, but we'll make it happen. As, again, I really shouldn't have chose to stream the third period. That was a bad decision on my part, but I'm committed now, and I'm going to make a fool of myself just for it. So, end of the day, friends, it is what it is. So, let's go out there and get it, shall we? As we are looking good in the back end, at least, I guess you could say. What's November looking like here so far? Okay. We're looking all right. By 2, how's that look? Times 30, okay, 40K. Looking good. Okay, all right, friends, we need a commercial break here, and appreciate that. I mean, it's tough. It's I don't know, man. I got my hopes up for tonight's game. Really did, and the Oilers deliver another dud. I mean, you know what? If we're down 2 goals with 10 minutes to go in the third period, I've got faith they've got this. But with this little time to go in the third period with down by 3, I don't really have that much faith in that. But I guess we'll see what ends up happening here. As Nugent Hopkins is in the box, we'll have the terrible Dallas Stars power play that's already scored a goal. Get out there and do this job one more time. And here's a face-off win for the Oilers. And somehow a perfect play onto the stick of Evander Kane. As Kane goes down low. Can't seem to pick up that puck. 13:56 to go. Yeah, that sounds all right. And the Oilers will flip this one out. Out into neutral territory. 13:02 to go in this third period of play. Dallas plays it ahead. Near side bounce there to Jamie Benn. 0 for 12 the last 5 games for the Dallas Stars on the power play. And they score a power play goal tonight against the Oilers. That, my friends, as I said, would figure that was one of my leading topics to begin tonight's hockey game. And the Stars are just about poised to score goal number 2 here. Stuart Skinner has some guys crash the crease. Warren Foegele picks this puck up. And now Fogel's going for a skate. Fogel's in on net. Foegele to the backhand. No. Let's be honest here. Holloway on the forehand. No. Here's Holloway out there for killing penalties. He's getting learn time. As Vinny Desharnais fires it around, and the Oilers will skate it back into their own end. Trying to fire this one, and that will be picked up now by Wedgwood. Played off the backboards. Missed shots. 18 missed shots from the Edmonton Oilers tonight. Somebody write that down and remind me. That is embarrassing. What are the Oilers this evening? Is you gotta hit the net. Now we've taken, or no, actually Marshman took a penalty, so we will have $1.40 of some power play time here soon. As Pete DeBoer on the bench there. Warren Foegele turned Heiskanen inside out. Like to see that all the time. Holloway couldn't bury that chance either. Hooking call. And yeah, let's go out there and maybe do a little 4-on-4 damage, then score on the power play, make it really interesting. You know, give us that roller coaster. Hey, we like roller coasters in oil country, don't we? Draisaitl, McDavid, they've been literally invisible tonight, so why not send them out there on the 4-on-4? This one's going to be picked up off the boards and played out by the Dallas Stars. This one will be played ahead now. Tipped into the Oilers' end. Evan Bouchard. Pick it up there for Leon Draisaitl for getting Connor McDavid in flight. But again, he slows down to the blue line and dumps off there now to Zach Hyman. We're to the power play now. Draisaitl gets going. Bouchard. Back over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl bats it off the skates. Suter just bats it right out. And here comes Bouchard again. Bouchard backhands it back to Connor McDavid. Ay. Could we have a more slow-moving power play here? Yep, literally we can. As Bouchard throws some kind of hit, keeping that puck in barely, just more or less falling down on the job. All right, here we go. Draisaitl. No. Missed one-timer right there. Bouchard, far side. Connor McDavid. This is a comedy of errors at this point. McDavid back to the blue line to Bouchard. The shot comes in, misses wide of the net again. Literally. They can't even see Scott Wedgwood. They've been lucky to hit him 32 times tonight, I guess. Bouchard. Puck over to McDavid. McDavid over to Draisaitl. Back to Bouchard. The shot comes in. Glove hand save. Power play, 24 seconds to go. Oh, man. You have got to be kidding me. And looks like the crowd has thinned out quite considerably in Oil Country right now. Looks like the seats are pretty empty there already in the lower bowl. And this is just not good at all. 69 shot attempts for the Oilers. How many of them have been blocked? So you've gotten less than half your shot attempts on net tonight. I'm sorry, the Dallas Stars have blocked shots, but that doesn't excuse half your shots not getting on net. That's ugly. That's, I mean, next level brutal at this point. The Oilers loading up the last 5 seconds of the power play. They're not even going to get across the blue line with more than 3 seconds. Nope. And here we go, near side pass to Ekholm. Ekholm up high, backhand door. Nope. Who's going to find that? This one comes back to the near side, rattled up along the boards, and Matthias Ekholm will pick this puck up, and it'll come to the near side. Sam Gagner in behind the net as he will chase up and around, and here's Gagner into the offensive zone. He's been a bright spot, but again, when your fourth line veteran grinder is a bright spot, that's kind of troublesome. And the Oilers score. They're probably going to call it for goalie interference, but Sam Gagner might have just scored. I think Sam Gagner, friends, just scored in his first game back as an Oiler. Let's go. That's why you keep the stream going. Sam Gagner gets it back for the Edmonton Oilers. And that's huge for the Edmonton Oilers right there. Sam Gagner gets back. First game back from surgery, all that. And he wins a big-time victory there by scoring a goal. Pushing right through the net, and that's what you need as he is jacked up. I mean, that one means a lot to Sam. Sam needed that one bad, and he got it. Mr. Sam Gagner scores in his first game back as an Oiler. And we like to see that. That's huge for the Oilers. Absolutely huge. And now we've got, obviously, the goaltender trying to wave it off. But Sam Gagner getting a rousing applause from the Edmonton Oilers faithful. That's 100%. That is why you stick around this late, is you knew it was probably going to be Sam's night. And he does it with assists from Cody Ceci and Brett Kulak. Good work there. All right, shot save made for Stuart Skinner. And now we're down 2. All of a sudden, just like that, with just under 10 minutes to play. Again, funny how that works. As the Oilers want to play the roller coaster game, Sam Gagner doing the job there. And that's awesome to see, right? Sam Gagner just broke the bottom 6 scoring curse. Just like that. Unreal. Unreal. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I'm looking at the text messages here. Ugly. Just ugly. Just ugly, friends. All right, let's close this out, at least maybe with a smile on our face, because Sam Gagner scored. That's not necessarily the worst thing that could have happened, but obviously tonight for the Oilers. You would have preferred to remember this one for a win, as opposed to remember it for Sam Gagner scoring his first goal back. You would have preferred to definitely remember it for both, but at the end of the day, you're probably going to remember it for one, and it's not the one that counts in the 2-point column, unfortunately. That's okay though. We'll battle through and we'll make the best of a bad situation. Sam Gagner scoring a goal. We'll take that all day. I don't mind that. I'll also take these commercial breaks not being this long ever again. This has been brutal. Thursday night games, I feel, for some reason, are always the worst for commercials, and seems to be just that. Sam Gagner scoring his first NHL goal October 20th, 2007. Where would have I been? October 20th, 2007? Potentially out at the cabin on Cold Lake. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. That is Sam Gagner scoring another goal. His third time with the Oilers. And gets another goal there in the year 2023. Sam Gagner, 16 years later, after making his debut with the Oilers, out there scoring goals still at the ripe old age of, what, 34, 35? That's crazy. There you go. There's a broken stick now, and all of a sudden, Leon Draisaitl couldn't swim over top of Miro Heiskanen, and now Zach Hyman's helmet has popped off, and he's going to try and get it back on as quick as possible, and he's going to be called for a penalty here. Zach Hyman's no, they did not call Zach Hyman for a penalty. He was fully committed to getting that helmet back on. That's good to see. Now Matthias Ekholm will come back to the near side. And here we go. Shot down to Scott Wedgwood. Also, to Peter's point as well, could we actually please have a moment of silence for that? Honestly, friends, I have yet to stream an Oilers win this season. So if Sam Gagner wants to score a hat trick to win us this hockey game, that would be great. That would be great. I'd be very grateful for that. In fact, I would be over the moon if Sam Gagner could go out there and score us a hat trick to win this hockey game. He's out there with Nugent Hopkins and Evander Kane right now. And Nugent's going to get spun around. Here comes crashing down the boards Darnell Nurse back to the blue line. Kane's going to rip the shot towards the net. That's going to be Nugent Hopkins battling that one there. And this one comes back to the blue line here for Darnell Nurse in the Oilers' end. Here's Vinny Desharnais. Desharnais will power down into the far side corner, wheel around to that corner again as he goes back to the blue line this time. Nurse over to Gagner. Gagner will drift the shot on net. What a save there from Wedgwood. I mean, tip your cap there, that's for sure. That was a huge save from Scott Wedgwood to stop that one. As that was a good shot there from Gagner. Weird bounce off the boards, but he just sent it anyway. And Wedgwood just barely, it was going wide anyway, but just throws everything he had at it and tried to do that. As this one's going to come back down low for the Stars in their own end. Cut off there by Ceci. Turned over to Fogle. Fogle can't play that puck, and back the other way. We're down 2 with 7.5 to go. Here's the shot. Save made by the Oilers goaltender Stuart Skinner. Big save there to keep it where it is at, 4-2. And here's the Oilers across the line. Holloway fires the puck in behind the net. Now McLeod will play it to the far side. Here's Kulak sifting down the wing. Can't fire that puck past Wedgwood. 7:14 to go. And I tell you right here, like literally moving this lip is not working out so well for me tonight. 7:06 to go in this third period. And this one will come back. Connor McDavid plays this one over to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl coming down the wing. He will look to play this puck along the boards. This one comes back to the Stars. Played now to Mr. Evan Bouchard, if you would. Mr. Evan Bouchard. Yes, you like to see it. This one's going to be flipped into the stands. And that will be a stoppage in play. Okay. Who got the assists, right? It was Kulak and Cece. That's good to see. You know what? Our defense needs a couple of points if they can't keep the puck out. All right. What do we got? We are looking like we're good in the back end. Yeah, you know what? Point of pride's been met. We're good to go. And here's the Oilers across looking for the 2-on-1 backdoor score. Sam Gagner, baby! Whoa! Let's go. He's doing it. We're back in this. Down a goal. And Sam Gagner, I think, just scored another one for the Oilers. Look at that. He is up fired. Let's go. That is what you need to see. Sam Gagner doing his thing. And you brought him up for a reason. Everybody was saying it needed to be Raphael Lavoie. I'm sorry. Sam Gagner knows exactly what he needs to do. And how about that? Sam Gagner, 2 goals when it was looking dire, dead, dusted. Sam Gagner has brought this Oilers team back to life in the dying minutes of the third period. What a play there by Gagner to tip that one off of the stick, skate, whatever, of Hakanpää. And wow. All right. The roller coaster is alive and well, friends. Sam Gagner doing his thing. You'll love to see it. Now all of a sudden there is a chance he could at least lose this one in overtime, right? End of the day, there is a chance he could go out there and lose this in overtime. All right, going to be flipped in there as this. My brains are scrambled eggs at this point, friends. I can barely talk. The Oilers are doing their thing. Sam Gagner is going to go out there and try and score a hat trick to even this hockey game. Sam Gagner and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins talking it over. Evander Kane picks up another point. He's got a two-pointer tonight. And, okay, suddenly, right, again, this is, all right, let's see what happens here. Is this going to come back down low to Sam Gagner again when Evander Kane is, Evan Bouchard will pick this one up. And that was a bounce that went in the net for the Oilers, by the way, believe it or not. Sam Gagner just needed to start getting them going for us. Here we go. This one now back to Gagner. He'll play it down low to Nugent-Hopkins. Nuge will play it across, can't get it through, and then the Stars will bat it back the other way off of a skate, and luckily there was a Stars player. That was going to be disaster for Dallas. Another shift in a row. Second of the season for Sam Gagner. So the man doubles down on embarrassing the Oilers' bottom 6. His first game back in however long. Tipped on net. Ryan McLeod just about said, hey, what about me? And now the puck back to the blue line. The Oilers will play it down low again. And this one goes around now over to Derek Ryan. And suddenly we got a game on our hands, friends, whether we want to or not. As Ryan McLeod will bat this back to the blue line. Vinny Desharnais plays it off the boards. And now all you need is a win to complete this. Because I have a headline in my head I want to use. And you got to be kidding me if the Oilers don't find a way to let me use that headline tonight. The roller coaster. My goodness, to the fans that stuck around at Rogers Place when it was 4-1, good on you because it was looking bad. And then Sam Gagner decided to show up in the goal scoring column. And just like that, we've got ourselves a 1-goal game in which now it does not look as bad. And honestly, you are not that far off, right? 4-1, you had missed a ton of shots, you'd hit a bunch of posts, and you looked lifeless. Guess what? Yeah, end of the day, it's easy to write off a bad loss. Now you scored 3 goals. Sam Gagner's got 2. Bottom 6 has some scoring. Yeah, he gave up 4 goals, but again, we expect the Oilers to do that. They suck at defense and goaltending. We expect that. But you also don't expect to lose 4-1, 8-1, whatever. You expect to score some goals. So, yeah, good on the Oilers right now to show up. And again, it all comes down to Sam Gagner. He had his engine running from the very start. And I would like to see, if we win this game, how many people come and turn in their opinion on Gagner right out of the gate after first game back in the Oilers lineup. All right, 12:43 to go, 5:23 on the watch time. We're not looking bad. We're on commercial break, friends. I'm not going to send you to commercial because, friends, we are up over 70 viewers for the first time on the live stream. So we'll soak that up and enjoy that. But just to give you an idea of what we've achieved on the stream tonight, how about that? 111 hours. So we're going to probably clutch up if we actually go out here and do this job properly. 125 hours. That would not be bad at all. I would take that for what was looking like a lost game again tonight. And now all of a sudden you got 5 minutes to tie it or win it here in this one. So let's go see what happens. The hit of the game here, as this is going to be Sam Gagner. Yeah, Sam Gagner is going to get all the love as he comes in, knocking Heiskanen right to the ground, winning a puck battle because of it, and obviously doing his thing. So we'll see what the Oilers go on to do here in this third period. The roller coaster is alive and well, and here's the Oilers' top line out there with the puck now. Here's Ekholm firing the shot, couldn't buy the bounce. And this one will come back the other way for Rupe Hintz, who falls down, couldn't buy a bounce at the blue line to stay on his skates, that's for sure. Now the Oilers will try and pass this one up off the boards. Ekholm's going to have to cut it off in the D zone. He does, back to Bouchard near side. 4:50 remains in the third period. Suddenly, we've got some interest in this hockey game, and we got a big Let's Go Oilers chant going on at Rogers Place right now, thanks in large part to Mr. Sam Gagner, number 89 of the Edmonton Oilers. This one's going to be tipped back to the blue line, played on down by Zach Hyman. He's got McDavid. Back to Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm will play this near side boards to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to the middle. Bouchard will play this one at center ice. He will pick this one up over to Connor McDavid. McDavid rips the shot. He's torqued to the ice rather quick. As welcome in, friends. Glad to see everybody tuning in this evening. It looked like a lost game. Then all of a sudden the Oilers decided to show up in the roller coaster effect that they sometimes do and play some hockey. So this one's going to come back into the Oilers' end with 4 minutes to go. A goal needed to tie it. 5 minutes ago, I would have been hard-pressed to say that. 3:50 to go here as the puck, and I'm going to be watching the clock because the Oilers are offside, and with 3:50, we'll have a stoppage in play. Yeah, no, you know what? The Oilers, at the end of the day, it was a lifeless game that the Oilers were this close in the whole time, but they just couldn't buy a bounce. They couldn't hit the net, and they just didn't seem like they cared to get the job done. Then Sam Gagner decided to push and rush the net. He got a goal out of it, and then he got a bounce, right? You do some hard work, you get some bounces sometime. You got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good. And it works out for the Oilers because of bottom six scoring finally. Now you got to finish this off here and get this going. Here's Sam Gagner. Evander Kane back. Gagner is back on the ice here. This will escape the zone for the time being, though. And this one will come back the whole way, as this one will be flipped into the Oilers zone again. 3:26 to go. Kulak will play this one back up ahead and off the stick of Gagner. He's going to go chasing after that. All right, they're going to keep this second line out there. It's been buzzing, and they win a puck battle. Does Ryan McLeod over to Sam Gagner. Gagner is going to get a cheer, it sounded like, and then Kane tips it up into Scott Wedgwood's pads. And I will tell you, Peter, to your point, to those of you about the 35, I want to say, of you that have stuck with me since puck drop, you know as well as I do, it's been a wild ride this whole time. So it'll be interesting to see what the Oilers and Stars can manage here in this end of the third period, I guess. Is this is going to be one back by Warren Foegele. He has it go up off the end boards, and the Oilers cut it off. Nope. Evan Bouchard couldn't keep it in, and it will come all the way back into the Oilers' end. That's a perfect clock melter for the Edmonton Oilers. One of the Dallas Stars. This one comes back ahead. Here comes Warren Foegele across the line. He's going to drag shoot, and he just couldn't pick a corner. Didn't quite whip the release right. 2:47, we got an offensive zone face-off. We have 43 shots on net tonight. The shot attempts for the Oilers are going to look bananas, but you just couldn't keep it out of your own net because you couldn't defend on a couple of plays. And here's Warren Foegele, who's been motoring all of a sudden as well this game. Just couldn't pick it under the glove hand side up above the pads. Here we go. Face-off now for Sam Gagner. He wins it to the near side boards. Evander Kane tries to get this going, and this will come now for Tyler Seguin, who will see Evan Bouchard pick up this puck. Bouchard will flip this up ahead, and I really could have used Sam Gagner in my fantasy squad, as this will come back to the near side. Stuart Skinner stands tall, and now all of a sudden we've got a face-off with 2:27 to go, and a little bit of jousting in front of Stuart Skinner between Duchesne and Darnell Nurse. All right, let's go do this. This one, we got just a little bit to go in this one. 2.5 minutes. The Oilers need to win a face-off, get in the offensive zone, set up the attack, and score a goal. That's as simple as it is here this evening. 2:27 to go in the third period. This one, yeah, well, Ryan Suter deflects out on net, but couldn't get it going. And now all of a sudden you got Connor McDavid in flight, and he's moving his legs for the first time all game. Fires the shot, goes off the blocker of Wedgwood, comes to the near side. Ceci will play it back down low. This one played ahead back to the blue line now. Here's Ekholm, the shot fired towards the net, glove down by Wedgwood. Stoppage in play now with 2:05 to go here in this third period of play, friends. We are rolling along. We have an opportunity here now to possibly get something going. And it looks like that New York Jets short I did is getting some views again. That thing is good for views every single time the Jets play. I love it. I absolutely love it. 2:05 to go. The second line is on the ice. It'll be up to them right here. Sorry, that's actually McDavid and Dressel and Hyman still out there. Sorry, still used to Hyman being on the second line lately. Draisaitl, though, with the puck possession, he will get it back. The shot fired as we've got 6 men on the ice. It looks like now. This puck over to Nugent Hopkins. Puck played there. Kane will come out to play this as Evan Bouchard picks this puck up. He will drift it over to Ryan Nugent Hopkins. This one will be played around to the near side. Draisaitl pushed off the puck. Bouchard with it. McDavid over now near side. Draisaitl misses the net. Of course he did. Of course they did. Empty net. 6 men on. $1:26 to go here in this one as this will be played ahead. Dribbled over the line and now backhanded out to the blue line. Duchesne can't win the battle. Kane rips the shot. Nobody far side to bat it back door. And this one will come back into possession for Ryan Nugent Hopkins. The Oilers coming in waves here now as McDavid across the line. He will get it down low. This is going to come now to the near side corner where the Oilers are desperately looking to get it back to the blue line. They do. Bouchard out there. He will play this down low to Draisaitl. Nice part about doing the heavy lifting early. As this one now, McDavid will play this back to Bouchard. Bouchard looks to drift this on net. Wedgwood the save. Rebound in the near side or far side corner. Stars can't get it out. Now here's McDavid. The shot up over top. Blocked by the Stars by the looks of it. Diving in front of that one. Here's Draisaitl. 37 seconds to go. Played in front. Nugent Hopkins can't do it. McDavid in behind. Hyman knocks his man down. Kane comes up with this puck. Now back to the blue line. It escapes the zone. Bouchard will pick it up and get rolling into the offensive zone with Draisaitl again. Here comes Hyman and everybody on board. The shot towards the net. Can't do it. 15 seconds to go. And that, my friends, will probably likely be game here from the Edmonton Oilers. They turned it over. No, they don't. And this one will be chipped in on Wedgwood. He will make his 50th save of the game. Well, 50th shot against of the game. And this will come all the way down to the Oilers' end. A 4-3 hard-fought loss at the end of the day. And not very hard-fought all throughout the game. But the Oilers showed up to make it interesting. The roller coaster rides again for the Edmonton Oilers. And like I said, my brain is scrambled eggs right now. Because quite honestly, I don't know how to fathom that the Oilers were that far away from absolutely blowing the doors off this one and making it maybe 8-4, making it maybe 9-4, right? Like they had so many chances they could have done it, but they just didn't seem to care to keep pushing at certain times in that second period, early third period. And unfortunately for the Oilers, it ends up a defeat 4-3 because, again, it comes down to you just didn't care enough throughout 60 minutes of hockey to show up and win the hockey game. But again, that's nice to lose by 1 instead of lose 4-1. That's for sure. So, all right, let's go out there and get this post game going, friends, and we will get things rolling. But again, thank you for tuning in this evening, and yeah, we'll get things going. Okay, friends. Like I said, my brain scrambled eggs, so we're gonna make this nice and tidy. I'm going to put the hat that I knocked down back up because that's my very nice, very good Pirates hat, by the way. And we're going to do this right here, right now. Do we have anything? You know what? Let's go out there and do this right here. Because again, once again, a Bakersfield Condor shows up big time for the Edmonton Oilers. I want to use this toque for the Heritage Classic, and then I forgot it. My apologies there, as it would have been beautiful to have. So here we go, friends. Ready for the post game? Well, let's do it. All right, let's go. Hey friends, this is Dolynny TV. Glad to have you aboard this evening as the Oilers fall 4-3 to the Dallas Stars. Again, another one of those games against the Stars where you just wish you would have had a little bit more out of it, as it was not a terrible game from the Edmonton Oilers, but not necessarily one of their best this season either. You fall down 4-1 at one point, and I think the bigger headline here again for the Oilers is that they just don't play a complete 60. You can point your finger where you want, but there's enough breakdowns, there's enough not giving a crap about the hockey game, you could say, in terms of going out there to win tonight, that it's hard to point the finger at one player, one position, whether it be the forwards, whether it be the defense or the goaltending, and literally go out there and say, no, that's why we lost. Because again, if the Oilers would have cared about going out there and pushing to make those bounces end up as goals, guess what? You end up winning this game. If you would have cared about defending on the rush, right? Evan Bouchard, potentially one of those situations again tonight. If you would have cared about getting back a little bit more, maybe you don't end up giving up a couple of goals. The penalty kill. You know you've got a weak power play team against you. They had a sub 10% efficiency in the season entering this game, did the Dallas Stars. You give up a goal. Again, why? Why are you doing that? Stuart Skinner, he gives up 4. I don't care if you blame him on any of them or not, but again, at what point do you stop blaming all the goals on everybody else when a goaltender is giving up 4 goals? So the hard part is the Oilers made it interesting. The Oilers made it fun at the end. The last 10 minutes of the hockey game was like sitting there at the Heritage Classic, right? You're having a great time. The Oilers are doing really good. They're pushing the presence. They look like the Edmonton Oilers. But again, it counts for nothing. And what is even more insult to injury, Sam Gagner gets called up from the Bakersfield Condors and scores you 2 goals to make it 4-3 in his return to the Oilers for his 3rd stint as an Edmonton Oiler. And you again proceed to get no result out of it, despite your bottom 6 actually scoring 2 goals for the first game all season. I don't know. The Oilers continue to find new ways to add insult to injury when they lose. We're now 2-6-1 on the season, right? That's the ugly part here. We have now fallen again. And yes, I said Dallas was going to be a tough test yesterday, but I expected to win because we needed to win. And I thought, you know what, the Oilers, if they really turn the corner against Calgary, they're going to win against Dallas. But for 50 minutes of the hockey game, yeah, you can say we hit some posts and didn't get bounces, but it was again the same old plagued problem of the other 5-6 losses this season, where the Oilers just don't play a full 60. They have multiple deficiencies, whether it be the forwards, power play, penalty kill, goaltending, right? We didn't get a power play goal tonight as far as I know. And here we're going to get a rewatch of Connor Brown's injury. And it looks like he might have tore something in his core or something, or did he take a knee? I'm not fully sure. I'm listening on mute end of the day. But again, we lose Connor Brown. Sam Gagner, good on you though, bud. You step up, you come into the top 6, just as I smoked up about the other day, right? I was going up there, blowing all that smoke, you know where, sitting there saying, Sam, you know what, he's got a chance to elevate. He's a great player. He fits the exact role, and he does exactly that in this first game back as an Edmonton Oiler. So it works out great for the Oilers at the end of the day that Sam Gagner gets back on the board, but you still end up losing and it counts for naught. So I just don't know where to turn at this point. And I mean, I'm happy with the game. I'm upset with the game. I'm embarrassed by the game. And I'm also overjoyed by the game. Scrambled eggs, man. Scrambled eggs is about the best way I could possibly describe tonight's postgame. Friends, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. For those of you watching on the stream, thank you so much for tuning in tonight as well. And for those of you watching this video, thank you for being aboard. If you're like me, hey, stick around. I'm sure I'm going to be a lot more scrambled come playoff time. Hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. We'll catch you next time out. I am up on out of here. Okay, friends. Okay, did I sum it up best? Did I sum it up best there? I think I did a pretty dang good job summing it up there, everybody's concerns. And at the end of the day, we just need to figure it out. That's all it comes down to. So, friends, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV.